Cozy Rob, what it is. Third, Rob. Good work, Rob. Good work. Should be proud of yourself being third today. Should be proud of yourself, buddy. It's a great fucking Wednesday. It's a great Wednesday, folks. It's an absolutely splendid Wednesday. You can start by getting those heart me's in to celebrate the blue wave. Blue tsunami is next. So let's just make sure that we celebrate the victories last night. We're going to cover the elections in depth. Wrong for those MAGA Republicans in which Trump is raging out trying to say that he's not on the ticket. Yes, indeed, you are on the ballot. Sorry. The economy, no new wars. It was all on the ballot today. Thank you, Maggie. What's up, Patty? What's up, Gabby? Not Gabby. Everybody is doing great in here. Give me 1 sec, actually. 1 second. 1 second. I'm still here. Shorty, get those heartbeats in. I'm going to be paused for about 3 seconds, okay? Shorty, thank you. Mel, thank you. Right in here. Give me 1 sec, actually. 1 second. 1 second. I'm still here. Shorty, get those heartbeats in. I'm going to be paused for about 3 seconds, okay? Shorty, thank you. Mel, thank you. Okay. I am back. I am back. I am back. What's up, Myra? What's up, James? What's up, Maggie? Monita, thank you. Shorty, thank you. Patty, thank you. Laura, Melissa, thank you. They changed everything looks the same right now in the live, which is awesome. Patty, thank you for the populars. Mel, thank you so much. Oh, let me share this thing out. Everybody share the live out. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Charlotte. Y'all are doing absolutely fantastic in here already. I do appreciate you. I do appreciate you. Let's get this thing shared out like a motherfucker on this Wednesday. Blue wave, baby. Blue fucking wave. About to be. Everybody share the live out too once you get in here if you can. If you do not mind, that would be absolutely fantastic. Maggie, thank you so much. Look at this. Only 50 people in here. Share and care, baby. Anthony, thank you for the populars. We're gonna let this thing get shared out. It's about 1:25 here, so my normal time. I know for a lot of people, I'm an hour sooner now. Lizette, thank you. Maggie, Anthony, thank you. Marcelo, thank you. D-Town in the building, thank you so much. Y'all are doing amazing. We're gonna get 100 people in here, then we're gonna get going. But a blue wave last night, a big blue wall, a big blue wave. Whatever the fuck you want to call it, won all the governorships. New Jersey, Virginia, won the lieutenant governor in fucking Virginia, won the mayor race in NYC, won 2 new seats for Democrats down in Georgia. I'm going to cover all of it today. I'm going to play some of the fucking post-victory speeches. Coffee, thank you so much. Y'all are doing amazing in here. 67 people in here. Let's get this thing popping. D-Town, thank you so much for coming in here. Let me get this thing shared out. It's a great day. It's a great fucking day out here. It's a great day. Prop 50 passes. Like I said, we would be waxing MAGA ass last night. Once we get Prop 50 to pass, we will be, what I like to say is waxing that MAGA ass. And that's what we did last night. We waxed a lot of MAGA ass. It was a great night for Democrats. Night Raven, thank you. Go Targa. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm not early. I think everybody, the hour change thinks I'm early. But it's still the same time for me because I don't change time. So what's up, Stooks? So everybody's going to have to make a slight adjustment maybe because I'm going to stay on the same time. What's up, Myra? Thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate you. Marissa, thank you for the heart me. Great day to be an anti-MAGA. Great day if you're a Democrat. Great day if you are a MAGA-hating independent like I am. It's great. Melissa, thank you so much. It's what I like to call so great. It's so splendid. Myra, thank you so much. Michael S., thank you. Linda, thank you. We're doing amazing in here. Doing amazing. Maggie's trying to pull us to midterms already because she's excited for the blue tsunami. Coffee, what's going on? Oh, wow, blue states won in blue states. Best win ever. I know, Trucker Cope, right? It's tough, isn't it? It's fucking tough. I know, blue states won in blue states. It's tough, isn't it? I don't know if you know, but we flipped a governorship, Trucker, so it wasn't just blue states. Secondly, your boy Lounge Chair also lost in the Midwest. If you don't know who Lounge Chair is, that's J.D. Chesterfield's brother. I know it hurts, doesn't it? It hurts, doesn't it, Trucker? Cope, Trucker. Maybe you can get a smartphone. Maybe you can get a fucking Doge check, a tariff rebate check. Maybe you can get some Wi-Fi. I know it's tough, isn't it? Don't worry, we'll play your theme song for you today. Steve Rod, thank you so much. What's up, Veronica? We'll play your theme song once we get 100 people in here. Cope. What happened in Georgia? Is that a blue state? What happened in Ohio? Is that a blue state? What happened in Mississippi? Blue states or red states? Lizette, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Trucker. What happened in Georgia? Is that a predominantly blue state? What about Mississippi? Yeah. Now, I don't think they're very blue, are they? I don't think they're very blue, are they? Coffee, thank you so much. We got about 100 people in here. Smash those likes. Yeah, I don't think those are blue states, Truck. You might want to get out a fucking map. Check out the political makeup of those states. Yeah, Kathy, thank you so much for coming in. Mississippi's purple? I don't think Mississippi's very purple. Summer, thank you so much. I don't think Ohio's purple. All right, everybody. Next goal. Thank you, everybody, on those heart meets. Let's keep getting it pushed out. Y'all are doing amazing in here. We got a pretty cool-ass little gift box in here tonight. Let's start with fireworks because there was a lot of fireworks last night, and the MAGAs are upset. You can see them crashing out.
A big deal. Big fucking deal. You won in blue states.
Wrong. Not only blue states. Not only big blue states, also Prop 50 gerrymandering, that fucking passed. Republicans are already fucking tripping out trying to file a lawsuit to stop it. Not going to work. It was legal. It was a ballot measure. The people voted on it. Good try, though. Good try. That won't go anywhere. And the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is really being skeptical on Trump's tariffs. Not a good sign. Not a good sign in MAGAville, is it? Not a good fucking sign. The mush brains are out. Shorty, thank you so much. So let's dive right into it. Let's dive right into it while these MAGAs crash the fuck out. Shorty, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Win, Shorty. So positive news today. Positive news today. The elections show that Trump's edge on the
economy.
It's slipping. What's up, Jesse? We're celebrating all the blue victories across the country. Everywhere.
Everything.
Not just in blue states, also in Georgia, also in Mississippi, also in Ohio. Jesse, thank you so much for the heart me. Everybody get those heart me's in. We got fireworks. We're celebrating with fireworks. 25 does for Shorty. She lit off that first firework. Blue tsunami is coming next. This was a blue wave last night. Blue tsunami is coming for the midterms. And it's going to be ugly. It's going to be so ugly. This is a big L. This is a big fucking L. We're going to play some clips today, but we're going to read some analysis first. We're going to read some analysis. The backlash against the Quad D administration has started, folks. It's started. Tap and clap, everybody, share and care. Also, one thing left in the gallery. It's just the universe. We've lit everything up. It's Wednesday. The sooner that we light that gallery up, the more will be featured on the For You page. We only got about 130 people in here right now, so smash those shares at the bottom, too. It feels good, doesn't it? In Virginia, New Jersey, and beyond, Democratic voters powered their candidates to a victory and sent a warning sign to Quad D and his Republican Party. By the way, Mom Donnie, too, you know who endorsed Cuomo, right? It was Quad D. Cuomo didn't even want the fucking endorsement. And then he lost once he got endorsed by Quad D. So, Democrats are furious about Quad D's remaking of American government and society. Thank you, Anthony, for the marvelous confetti. Brenda, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Turned out in extraordinary numbers in an off-year election to sweep virtually every competitive election on the entire fucking map. What's up, facts? The results served as a rebuke on this Trump administration, as we know. Democrats haven't had many good nights this administration. They had one last night. So the Democrats finally showed some fight. I love it. We won its statewide elections, Virginia, New Jersey, California, Pennsylvania Supreme Court. We also flipped seats in Georgia on Georgia's Public Service Commission. I'll get into that next, too. They were on the verge of winning nearly a 2/3 majority in the Virginia House of Delegates, which is an extraordinary sweep of battleground districts. So no, not blue states, not just blue states, but also battleground districts in fucking purple states, in races that serve as a plausible stand-in for how voters view both parties given the anonymous nature of most of the candidates. And then we know about Mom Donnie in New York. He was hovering over 50% while Cuomo got about, 41%? That's not very, that's almost a 10 percentage point fucking difference. That's a blowout, folks. Democrats roared to a victory in 2017 during Quad D's first term. It foreshadowed a blue wave in the midterms a year later. This one's going to be a fucking tsunami. It's going to be a lot worse. Yeah, a lot worse. On Tuesday night for Republicans. It's going to be great for us. House Democratic officials were crowing that this year's results would keep them recruit strong candidates to challenge Republicans next year. Stacey, thank you so much. The incumbent of AG in Virginia got kicked out. Yeah, Virginia, we fucking swept everything. What's up, Kimberly? Great night. Tap that screen, everybody. We got 3 fireworks up top. Everybody keep fucking tapping the screen and sharing the live. Let's get up to 500 shares quick, fast, in a hurry. We're at about 280. If you don't know how to share the live, finger in the middle of the screen, hold it down for 2 seconds. Your friends list is going to pop up. Just hit send. Hit send to like 3-4 people. Send it out. Let's get this thing in 500 range for shares immediately. Quad D is tripping. He's raging on fucking Untrue Social, already making fucking false claims about the elections being rigged, which that doesn't really make sense because he's in charge and the Republican Party's in charge. So if you're the big bad fucking secure, the peace and security president, and you can't even protect America's own elections under your watch, what the fuck does it say about you? Well, we know it's not true because there's no evidence. He will never provide a fucking source. Anyway, in Virginia, Abigail Spanberger won the governor's race by focusing on Quad D's firing of federal workers and the impact of the government shutdown across the state of Virginia. New Jersey, Mikey Sherrill finished her successful campaign by rallying against Mr. Quad D's demand that the Key Hudson River Tunnel be terminated. Yeah, we're going to get into the specifics on this too, by the way. Jesse, thank you for the populars. Kathy, thank you so much. 3 more fireworks, folks. 165 people in here. Do not forget to share that live out. Do not forget to try to meet these gift goals so that we get pushed out. All helps us, folks. All helped us. We're celebrating a very good day, a very good night last night, but it's not over. We got to stay focused. We got to continue to fucking ride this momentum into midterms. Do not get complacent. Make sure you're registered to vote in midterms, everybody, because if you weren't in one of these key states, you got to make sure your registration is current and that we fucking keep this same kind of fucking energy for the midterms next November, okay? Nickel, thank you so much. So in the meantime, we're going to continue to unite. We're going to continue to fucking talk about what these candidates are about and what it means for our country and why it's a bad sign for Republicans in the Quad D. I'm just happy about it. I'm energetic. Ebony, thank you so much for the Go Populars. Terry, thank you for the love you so much. Ebony, thank you again for the heart me. Let me get some more shares out real quick while we fucking talk. We're doing amazing in here. We're doing amazing. Everybody should be celebrating today on the anti-MAGA side. It was a great fucking day. Ebony, thank you. D-Town, thank you. 3 more fireworks, folks. 3 more fireworks. We're doing amazing. So, in New York City, we know the endorsement of Mr. Cuomo, well, I'm just calling him Cuomo, caused Republicans to swing towards the former governor, but failed to undo Mom Donnie. California, again, Prop 50. Well, I said when we pass Prop 50, when we get Prop 50 to pass, we are going to continue to wax MAGA ass. That's what my Uncle Barack said last night. He told Michelle, we're going to wax this MAGA ass. And that's exactly what we did. So they responded to calls to save the nation from Quad D by approving the ballot measure, obviously, to redistrict, gerrymander, redraw the fucking maps, and give Democrats 5 additional seats. That passed fucking easily. It was like, what, 64% to like 35%? Yeah, blowout. I wasn't even never worried about that. The Quad D was not on the ballot. Yes, he was. In any of these places? Yes, he was. His record was on the ballot. But in each one, Democrats ran against his policies and yoked their opponents to him. Thank you so much, Maggie, for the fireworks. Win Maggie in the chat. 2 more fireworks. Y'all to do it amazing. Debs, thank you so much. We're starting small. We'll continue to work up. Spartan Dog, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Tap and clap, sharing, care. I am Renee. Thank you so much. After similar results in New Jersey and Virginia 8 years ago, Democrats ran the table in the 2018 midterm elections, and now things are worse for Republicans. Democrats are already arguing that Tuesday was a good sign for 2026 midterms, while Republicans claim it was a blue state blip. No, it wasn't, because it wasn't just blue states. It was not just blue states, which is crazy. So we will actually fucking continue to break down each one of these fucking races. There's no way that she lost in those states, right? Lisa, thank you for coming in. So great day, great day, great day. People are going to continue to speak. What I will say is do not get complacent. This is just the beginning. Like I said, these are baby steps. Last night was important, but these are baby steps. Got to continue to educate, fight, mobilize, fucking demonstrate, boycott, make your voices heard. Participate in local elections. These elections were key. We flipped the state seats in Mississippi. I know, Calypso. Yep, we're going to cover that too. Georgia Commission too. We got to keep this fucking energy though. Energy. We got to keep this energy. So speaking of that, I'm going to get into each one of the candidates, but I wanted to talk about that it's not just the fucking blue states. In an upset, Democrats also ousted 2 Republican members of Georgia's utility board in an election on Tuesday night as well, according to the preliminary results from the Secretary of State's office. The closely watched races for 2 of the 5 seats on Georgia's Public Service Commission has been viewed not only as a referendum on rising electricity bills, which again, they were supposed to be $0, but also a bellwether for next year's contest for governor and the U.S. Senate. Sorry, I got to sneeze, folks. It's coming. Oh, I thought it was coming. Hold on. I'm a big, I have big sneezes. I've got big sneezes. Everybody keep smashing those likes, everybody. 25,000 likes right now. Let's get to 50,000. 2 more fireworks up top. If anybody wants to help out, we're doing amazing. Doing amazing. Since 2007 down there in Georgia. What's up, Dad? No Democrat has served on the commission. So this was the first time that a Democrat has served on that commission since 2007. And we gained 2 seats in the commission, not 1. Yeah. Those members have 6-year terms, with the 2 Democratic candidates tapped into anger over rising electricity bills at a time when prices have risen sharply across the country. Over the last 2 years, the commission has approved 6 rate increases. 6 electricity rate increases for Georgia Power, the state's largest electricity provider. Yeah. The obscure but powerful commission is ordinarily an electoral afterthought. In 2020, however, a federal lawsuit contended that the statewide elections for commission seats, which represent geographic districts, were unfair to black voters. An appeals court eventually ruled against the plaintiffs, but the legal battle delayed elections for the commission. This set the stage for Tuesday's races, the only statewide election in Georgia this year. Yeah, according to the Georgia Secretary of State's office, Peter Hubbard, a Democrat, defeated Fitz Johnson, the Republican incumbent who was appointed by Governor Brian Kemp, in the race for the seat representing Greater Atlanta. Huge, huge, huge. In the other contest between candidates from northeastern Georgia, Alicia Johnson, a Democrat, she defeated Tim Echols, the Republican incumbent who had held office since 2011. Lost. Yeah, lost. Yeah, the Republican fucking lost. Incumbent since 2011. Mr. Hubbard is a clean energy consultant. Dr. Johnson is a health management and community development executive. Energy costs rose sharply around the country in 2022, driven by a spike in natural gas prices because of the Russia-Ukraine war. In Georgia, additional factors in the state's high utility bills have included $17 billion in cost overruns from nuclear generators and new infrastructure to support an anticipated surge in electricity demand from data centers. And we need to spend a day on those data centers, by the way, because those are going to fucking tap into and negatively affect marginalized communities as well. Democrats criticize Republicans for embracing fossil fuels to generate electricity for data centers, as well as for backing away from clean energy, which we know is at the top of the agenda of the Quad D administration. Heading into Tuesday, Republicans had fretted over turnout. Given the municipal elections in Atlanta, other Democratic strongholds were also being held. So turnout was up too, by the way. Big time last night. Big time. So that is a good sign. Took 2 seats from that commission in Georgia. Picked up a seat in Mississippi as well. These are not blue states. This is the Deep South, folks. What's up, Journey? 2 more fireworks. Y'all are doing amazing in here. Let's get up to 50,000 likes if we can. Quick, fast, in a hurry. And then we will choose some other shit to go to up top. But everything that you contribute helps us get pushed out. So I want to thank you. All the taps do, all the shares do. It all means a lot to me because we're growing. And it's a time to fucking take a deep breath and be like, all right, American citizens are on our side. There's a lot of Americans that are fed up with this administration and don't like our individual liberties being fucking trampled. They don't like our fucking rising costs of groceries and gas and electricity. They don't like these fucking trade wars, which make everything more expensive, including apparel, clothes, toys, furniture, whatever the fuck it is, you name it. They don't like all these no new wars. They don't like all these fucking no new wars. Yeah. And they turned out last night. They fucking turned out and turned up last night, folks. What's up, Barrage? So I wanted to tell you, Georgia, also a good sign. 2 more fireworks, folks. 2 more fireworks. Y'all are doing amazing in here. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We need to get a push. Thank you, Journey. I appreciate you so much on the fireworks. Maria, thank you so much for the rose. If you see anything in that toolbox, Whether it's a vault, whether it's a firework, whether it's everything.
Everything.
We've got some Grand Barrier Reef in there. We've got some fucking crocodiles. We got all types of shit that you only see in the kingdom. Ruthie, thank you so much. Thank you, Viraj. The corruption is just blatant. That too, they're sick of the corruption. They're sick of the elitism, the cronyism. They're sick of this shit. Clientelism. Cinda, thank you so much for the confetti. Viraj, thank you for the heart me. Y'all are doing amazing. One more firework. We're doing amazing in here. So we're going through
Everything.
we're going through everything today. Everything today. I fucking love it. We got New Jersey. We got Virginia. I'm loving all of this shit. It's like McDonald's. I'm fucking loving it, except I never eat McDonald's. I never fucking eat McDonald's, but I'm sure loving it today. Not McDonald's, but I'm loving the phrase. It's amazing. What an amazing day, but it's early. So we got to continue Johnny's protest. He said he's demonstrating. I saw that. The world is watching. I'm old, so I eat McDonald's. I do not. So, Mickey Sherrill, okay? This was supposed to be a close race. It was not a close race. It was supposed to be a close race. It was not a fucking close race. I know, I talked about that. Pennsylvania Supreme Court judges kept the ones that we needed. Myra, thank you so much for the fireworks. I appreciate you. Win Myra in the chat on the fireworks. Drop that magnificent Myra sticker. Drop that fucking Maggie sticker. Y'all are amazing in here. We're going to do golden stars because every one of you is a golden star. And we had a fucking star-filled night last night. We're doing fucking awesome. So, Mickey Sherrill, she actually ran on her opposition to Quad D. So while people are saying formally Quad D wasn't on these tickets, yes, he was. In fact, some candidates like Mickey Sherrill and fucking Mom Donnie fucking ran against Quad D. Patty, thank you so much. And we'll get into that too with some of the speeches some of the victory speeches from these candidates. Patty, thank you so much for the golden star. Drop that Patty sticker. Drop that Maggie sticker. We're going to have a Jessie sticker pretty soon too. She's fucking amazing. Always helping us out in here, get pushed out. I appreciate everybody always helping us out. Rock these fucking battles. Carla, thank you. KD, thank you so much, KD. Appreciate you, KD. Thank you, KD, on the Golden Stars. 25 does for KD, 25 does for Patty. Carla Johnson, thank you for the boogie board and the Dolce Vita and the Heart Me. I appreciate y'all so much. So, Quad D was the centerpiece for Mickey Sherrill's campaign. He gave her a political gift by terminating the Gateway Tunnel project, which I'm going to get into that too. So yeah, Trump was on the fucking tickets. He was on the ballots. It was a referendum against fucking Trump in every way. Wait till you see some of the demographic shifts as well in voting, which are fucking shocking. Deb, thank you so much for the family. I appreciate that. The race between Mickey Sherrill and Jack, how you say his last name? Citarelli? It was supposed to be a close race. It ended up being a victory for Sherrill by a wide margin. She's only the second woman ever to be elected to governor of New Jersey. Yara, thank you so much for the golden stars. 25 dubs in the chat for fucking Yara. We love you, Yara. Thank you so much. She made her opposition to Quad D the cornerstone of her campaign. Okay? Against Mr. Citarelli, who was a Republican who crisscrossed the state with trying to replicate the inroads of Quad D with Latino and black voters. Did not work in this election. Yeah, because some people are starting to figure it out. They might have been duped in 2024, supposedly, but they started to figure it out. Citarelli was also endorsed by Quad D in May. He thought that his new alliance with Quad D, he once insulted, of course, called a charlatan, would help him run up the score even in a left-leaning state. It failed. It fucking failed. Okay, Sherrill was able to energize the Democratic coalition in New Jersey that had dominated the state for a decade. She was put on pace to match even Governor Philip D. Murphy's decisive 2017 victory. She ran up huge margins in suburban counties like Bergen County, Middlesex, and Union. Hudson County, the densely populated urban county across the Hudson River from New York City, has a significant Latino population. This is key to listen to. She picked up 20 fucking percentage points for Democrats from the November 2024 election. 20-point improvement with Latinos from November in that same fucking county. Let that sink in. 20 percentage points better than just a year ago in November. Yeah. Essex County, home to Newark and many densely populated suburbs, improved 8 points over the 2024 margins. Yeah, let that sink in. This is a rebuke against Quad D. Latinos that voted for Trump are pissed off, the ones that are still here. Yeah. And then, of course, with his shutting down of the government and projects, yeah, they were very stupid for believing. I'm telling you, there's no way. That's what I'm saying too, Calypso. It makes me further question the supposed results in 2024 November. Makes me really question how things turned out. What's up, Carlito? A lot of old school Republicans are sick of this regime? Of course, yeah. So, the federal government shutdown, Quad D said that many Democrats saw an unforced error in October, okay? After Quad D wants this government shutdown to prolong. While tangling with Senator Chuck Schumer, we know Chuck Schumer, he's kind of a status quo fucking Democrat. Not kind of, he is. The president announced that he had terminated the construction of a vitally important new Hudson River Rail tunnel between New York and New Jersey. New Jersey commuters, who still recall a similar cancellation of funding for the tunnel by the state's last Republican governor, Chris Christie, were pissed off. As Ms. Sherrill reminded voters daily about what was at stake, which was a $16 billion passage known as the Gateway, hit another dead end because of Quad D, because of Republicans and their government shutdown. Yes, it's a Republican government shutdown. It also gave Ms. Sherrill a way to change the subject from two campaign controversies, which I don't give a fuck. That she didn't participate in her graduation from the U.S. Naval Academy, really? That's a controversy? All the shit that the Republican Party does, and that's supposed to be a controversy? And she accused Mr. Ciattarelli of unaliving tens of thousands of New Jersey residents during one of the illegal substance epidemics. I don't know how either of those things is a controversy, but whatever. I guess I'm out of the loop. So another bad sign for Republicans in Quad D. Voter turnout. I'm speaking about New Jersey right now. New Jersey was on pace for the highest turnout rate in an election for governor since 1997. Yeah. The turnout appeared to be close to around 50%, which was the highest since 1997's 56%. And in raw vote totals, the state crossed the 3 million voter threshold for the first time in the state's history. Over 3 million people voted in this governor election for the first time in the state's history. People are pissed off. Gary, thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate you, Gary. Thank you. The surge seemed to come from mostly the Democrats, who improved their overall vote totals in nearly every county in the state. Urban Hudson County, 30,000 more Democrats turned out this year than 4 years ago. In rural Gloucester County, 20,000 more Democrats showed up. Suburban Middlesex County, 46,000 more Democrats showed up. Voter turnout spells doom for Republicans. That's why they try to suppress the vote. Voter turnout spells doom for Republicans. They're outnumbered. Yeah. Something funny about losing every race yesterday, Soj?
I love losing. I fucking love it.
Is something funny about losing your race?
I love losing. I love when my party loses.
We'll go ahead and get you out of here. If you come and spam the fucking chat, you're just going to be removed. I don't give a fuck.
So funny. I didn't get anything I wanted. So funny.
Oh, he's already gone. What's up, Maddie? Don't waste your time if you're just going to come in here with nothing important to say. Thank you so much, Ari, for the populars. I appreciate that. Thank you. He got double blocked. He got the Hakeem Olajuwon and Mutombo double block. Thank you, Ari. Gliding through life. We need one more golden star, everybody. Lemon, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah. So Sherrill's anti-Trump message really worked in New Jersey. The Republican candidate, Ciattarelli, also tried to walk a fine line, embracing some of Quad D's policies and avoiding mentioning his name. Why would you avoid mentioning the president's name if things are going well? That doesn't make much sense, does it? Quishan, thank you for the club cheers. Natty Bunny, thank you for the heart me. We're doing great in here. One more golden star, folks. We're having a fucking great live. Let's knock down all the goals. One fucking universe is left in the gallery to light up the gallery. We might move on to that next to see if we can hit it and get us pushed out. One more golden star for now, though. Crazy. Sherrill labeled Mr. Ciattarelli the Trump of Trenton. She also ran ads highlighting the grade that Ciattarelli gave the president's second term. Right now, I'd certainly give the president an A, he said. That's crazy. I think he's right about everything that he's doing. This is what the Republican candidate said as grocery prices were soaring, Gas prices are soaring. Apparel and clothing and toys and furniture prices are soaring. We virtually have no trade deals, formalized trade deals with any major trading partner. Not Canada, not Mexico, not China. As we're involved in fucking wars, potentially starting wars in Venezuela, in Nigeria now for some fucking reason. And he said he'd give Trump an A. Inflation's rising, unemployment is rising, housing prices are as high as they've ever been.
But the stock market, I know I don't have any stocks. I love brokage. I love starvation.
Yeah. And he's now claiming that he would give the president an A. Really? Really? Corruption every fucking day of the week with companies like World Liberty Financial and $2 billion fucking cryptocurrency deals with a convicted money laundering fucking felon that was convicted here and prevented from coming to the United States and doing business until Trump came in office.
But yes, I would give everything's A-okay. I love starvation. I love brokage. I love corruption. I fucking love it. I love it.
Yeah. Miss Cheryl's strategy made sense mathematically. There's 850,000 more registered Democrats and Republicans in New Jersey. Thank you so much, Natty Bunny. Yeah, appreciate you. And while many national Democrats fretted that Quad D had come within 6 points of Kamala Harris in November, did he though? State party leaders instead focused on the bottom line. He still lost to Harris in New Jersey by more than 250,000 fucking votes. Yeah. Republicans saw a major voter turnout drop off without Quad D on the ballot. Oh, but he was on the ballot. Counties across New Jersey drifted back toward Democrats when compared with the 2024 election. Did they? Or did something else occur back in November? Seemingly erasing most of gains Mr. Quad D made in 2024. Did they, though? That's the crazy thing. Or was it always like this? The nearly universal county-by-county swing back to Democrats followed a trend that has plagued Republicans in any non-presidential year. A significant segment of the party's voters turn out only when Quad D's name is on the top of the ballot. Are you sure? Are you sure that's all it was? Are you sure that's all it was, huh? In deeply red Republican rural counties like Sussex and Warren, Mr. Citarelli won roughly the same number of voters this year as in 2021. In Democratic-leaning counties like Union and Middlesex, Mr. Citarelli improved by just a few thousand votes from his 2021 totals, while Miss Cheryl improved by tens of thousands. Yeah. Cheryl just dominated this, and it was supposed to be close, and it fucking wasn't. It wasn't. It fucking wasn't. And that's a great sign for us, folks. It's a fucking great sign. I'm going to play some of the speeches, too. We're doing great in here. Everybody smash those likes. We need one more golden star. If anybody wants to help us out on the golden stars, that would be amazing. We're doing fucking awesome, folks. We're doing awesome. Also, if you do not have a follow, drop a follow, top left of your screen. It helps us get pushed out. One more golden star, folks. One more golden star. 275 people in here. Amazing. Amazing. Let's keep it going. If you are used to seeing me an hour later, I'm now an hour earlier because of the time change. Now, Arizona, where I am, does not change time. Okay, so it's the same time for me. It's going to be an hour earlier for you, all right, during the afternoon. So just keep that in mind if you're here. Kayla, thank you so much, Kayla. Win Kayla in the chat. I appreciate you so much, Kayla. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. 25 dubs in the chat for Kayla. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We're going to get into Prop 50. Sandra, thank you so much. We're going to get into each of these fucking speeches. I'm going to get into Mom Donnie's fucking policies. I'm going to get into Cheryl's policies. I'm going to get into everybody's policies. Everybody's policies. Spamberger's policies, all of them. Thank you, Kayla. I appreciate that so much on the stars. It's always 420 when you're on. Okay, well, hey, Gary, I'm with that. Gary, you got to fucking, what is this shit called? Gary, you got to explain this group of 7 shit to me, too, because I don't fucking understand. Gary, I don't understand it. You got to teach me your ways, brother. I'm an old man in his mid-40s just trying to I'm trying to learn, brother. I'm trying to get better and learn, and I still thought lit was being used by the kids. I don't even know, I just got a hang of saying 6'7". I don't even know what the fuck that means either, but you got to teach me about this group of 7 shit. I still don't think 6'7" means anything. But I'm trying, brother. I'm trying not to present as being as old as my age, okay, brother? So help me out, Gary. Teach me your ways. Teach me your ways. Sandra, thank you so much. You said, I don't know, mid-40s is not old. No, Robin. It's all age is relative. It's how you feel anyway, right? I got this new phone stand that I really like, by the way. So I like it. I like it. 6'7" is unfunny. I don't even think it means anything. I don't think, is it supposed to be funny? I'm young. You're 67. You're 6'7"? You got to be shitting me, Gary. Gary, are you actually 67 or did you just say 6'7" to be 6'7"? But that's funny if you're actually 6'7". I put the uni up. It's the last thing we need to hit. I'll put it up for about 15, 20 minutes. It's the last thing that we need to hit in the gallery to light up the gift gallery for 37 straight weeks, which is fucking unheard of for any political live on this app. Is fucking, it just shows the community, the love, the support that you have for the high yellow.
You're bald, all those fucking teeth.
I haven't had any super bad fucking MAGA crash outs yet. I'm sure they're coming. It's a bad day. It's a bad day. You're 59, you feel 90. Really, D, thank you so much for the heart me. Y'all are doing amazing in here. Trump taking us back to the 60s and 70s. He's trying to. We're fighting back, though. I don't have any arthritis in my knees. I'm in this warm weather, so my knees, my joints generally feel well. Only thing that kind of pains me sometimes is my back and my neck, but that's because of the way I sit when I'm live. I'm doing a lot better right now. I got a pillow behind me in this chair, got this new phone stand. It seems to be working so far. What's up, Patty? We're having a great day. Trims, thank you so much for the heart me. It's a beautiful day. I like that one. I fucking like that one. So not a great day for Quad D and the Republicans. And I'm just going through what this shit means. And I just went over kind of Mickey Sherrill's, kind of her positions against Quad D. And Spanberger also won. Arlene, thank you so much for the golden stars. Win, Arlene. You're 61 years young. Amazing. I turned 70 if you like. I'm in my 50s. I just turned 70 if you like. I'm in my 50s working full time. I just don't feel 70. That's awesome, Robin. Patty, thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Melissa, thank you so much. Everybody in here is doing amazing. 411 shares, everybody. Keep those shares coming if you can. Keep those damn shares coming. It helps us get pushed out. Let's get to 500. You're 67. Well, we need the blue wave. Oh, no, we're getting a blue tsunami. It's not going to be a blue wave. It's going to be a blue fucking tsunami. It's going to be a blue tsunami. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk a little bit about Spanberger in the Virginia governor's race. We just talked about Cheryl in New Jersey. We're going to get to Mamdani. We talked about some voter turnout numbers in New Jersey. Voter turnout was fucking soaring in New York, too. I mean, they had already beaten the 2021 fucking turnout with like 7 hours left to vote. They fucking blew that out of the water. Mr. Incognito, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me see where the votes are right now, too. We still are counting votes, by the way, of course. Of course. And then we'll get into Republicans crying about it. But absolutely, what the fuck is this? I don't need this. What in the hell? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. New York Times. Get to my New York Times so I can look at the maps. Dude didn't even endorse. PA did its thing. They did. The Supreme Court, for sure. And then I'm going to get into Mamdani because that's amazing, too. It's fucking great. All right, let's go to the election numbers so we can get the numbers, okay? Taxes going way up. Well, yeah, on the rich, on the wealthy, on the multimillionaires. Yeah, on corporations, taxes will go up in New York. Yeah. That's the goal. Corporations should be paying more taxes, right? Multi-fucking bazillionaires should be paying more taxes, right? So that's his fucking goal. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's how they want to pay for things, right? Arlene, right, everybody? Yeah, that's the goal. That's what Mamdani's going to do, right? Why should corporations get all these fucking tax breaks and all the middle and working class citizens got to continue to pay their asses with taxes, right? Why should you have all these fucking loopholes and exemptions, right? Yeah, so that is going to happen, and I think it should happen, don't you? Right? So, yeah, that's going to be coming to New York City, and that's why these fucking wealthy-ass Republicans and billionaires and multi-gazillion, million, trillion gazillionaires, those windows, you can't even you can't open them. You can't throw a shit tarp out because it's 30 million gazillion pounds, so you can't even open that window. Everybody is doing amazing in here. Live pro status. If you don't have your Heart Me in yet today, top left of your screen, Heart Me. We're in the A1 category of creators. We're doing amazing. We just got on about 30 minutes ago. We have so much to fucking talk about today. So many clips to fucking play. I've already broken down some of the races I'm going to get into. Spanberger right now in Virginia. Yeah, she's a former congresswoman. She was a former CIA officer. She's the first woman to serve as the governor of Virginia. Ever. I want to point that out, too. What a fucking night for women and leadership. Qualified women who are leaders winning these fucking races. We even had a Muslim woman win lieutenant governor of Virginia. What? That's a big FU to these hateful MAGAs. What a fucking big victory for women last night. Congratulations. We need more of these fucking victories coming from women. Chris B, thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Virginia voters elected Abigail Spanberger governor on Tuesday, okay? She is a moderate Democrat, so her policies are very different than Mom Donnie and even Cheryl. They still turned out one. They still turned out one. The AP called the race for Miss Spanberger around 8 p.m., an hour after Virginia's polls closed, okay? At her election party, her victory remarks a strikingly bipartisan tone. Okay, she praised her vanquished rival, I don't know why, to be governor for the voters who opposed her, and she also said her goal and intent is to serve all people of Virginia. A departure from the with me or against me fucking tone of Quad D. But she won handily. She was supposed to. She raised nearly twice as much money as the Republican candidate. She held double-digit leads in all of the polling throughout the final weeks. Okay? And she'll take office in January. She's 46 years old. She's a former CIA officer. She'll be the first woman to serve as governor following a streak of 74 men. Let that sink in. 74 men. Maggie, thank you so much for the mullet. When the mullet comes on my head, I imitate a MAGA and I go toothless. So you might see me do this when I get that one.
I voted for Trump for free milk and eggs.
So you might see me do that when I get that MAGA mullet. Yeah. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate that. So that's what I do. When I get that mullet, that's like a MAGA mullet. So I'll just do that, okay? Maggie, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Miss Spanberger took one of the few swipes at the Trump administration in her victory speech when she talked about government furloughs and mass layoffs affecting thousands of federal workers that live in Virginia. Do you like that one, Marissa?
I voted for Trump
It's hard to fucking speak like that, though, with no teeth.
for free milk and eggs.
It's very hard to speak like that. I look like a damn turtle. Don't I?
You look like a bald fucking turtle, you know that? With no fucking teeth. See a fucking dentist. Fucking hate you.
look like a fucking bald turtle right there.
Fuck you, you bald asshole. You fucking toothless, turtle-looking motherfucker. Fucking hate you. What time tomorrow? I'll be back. What time? Are you gonna be out later tonight? I'll see you then. Fuck you.
Anyway, tap and clap, everybody. Share, care. DJ Paul, thank you so much. I appreciate you. She said Virginia's economy doesn't work when Washington treats our Virginia workers as expendable, she said. And to those across the Potomac River who are attacking our jobs and our economy, I will not stand by silently. Those trolls they want to date me. Thank you, Just Michelle, for the heart me. What's up, Rowdy? Lisa, thank you so much. Thank you, Chris B.
You look like a fucking a frozen junior mint. I fucking hate you. What time tomorrow? How do I subscribe? I'll be back. I'll be back.
DJ Paul, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate that. Everybody, tap and clap, share and care. 280 people in here. Let's get to 500 shares if we can. We're doing great. Get those heart me's in right now. We've only been out about 35 minutes. We're celebrating a fucking great day. Her victory caps a political rise that happened entirely within the Trump era of American politics. First elected to Congress in the Democratic wave of 2018, she proved herself willing to buck her party. She often voted against Nancy Pelosi. And she just stood up against some of the shit she didn't believe in within the Democratic Party. I do respect that. I do respect that. I have a lot of respect for that. That maverick image appears to be helping Miss Spanberger now as she outruns the Democratic Party whose image has suffered in recent years. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Anti-MAGA, thank you so much for the popular. Awesome, Nancy. I appreciate that. Get those taps in. Get those likes in. Get those shares in. I got the uni up because it's the last thing that we need in the gallery. If anybody is feeling extra frisky on a blue fucking wave, on a blue wave Wednesday in which we swept all the major elections across the fucking country, drop it like it's hot. It would help us. It would help us fucking tremendously, okay? Robin, thank you so much for the heart. Heart me. I appreciate you, Robin. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Win Danielle. Y'all are doing amazing in here. Doing amazing in here already. Dolphin, thank you for the repost. 75, this is my favorite platform. Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Danielle, Kim, we hate the snow, but I like that. I like that. And last night we had no snow. I was just talking with Auntie Michelle, and I said if we get Proposition 50 to pass, we will have waxed all of MAGA's ass. And that's exactly what happened. I don't like snow, but you know what? We won every race that we had to last night. I appreciate it. I told Sasha, I told Michelle, if we get Prop 50 to pass, we will have waxed all of MAGA's ass. And that's exactly what happened. Mia, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, Spanberger, big victory too. She campaigned on the same issue that propelled her to victory in her first House seat in 2018. Opposition to Quad D. If you don't know who Quad D is, it's Trump. It means dirty, ding-a-ling, dementia, Donnie, okay? She offered a few new ideas beyond tying Miss Earl Sears, who was the Republican candidate, to unpopular moves from the Trump administration like the firing of federal employees. Miss Earl Sears, who won a meager endorsement from Quad D in the campaign's final weeks, sought to align herself with the president to energize his supporters. I'm not sure why. The MAGA movement is not very fucking strong or popular right now. Virginians see the impacts of what's happening in Washington in real time, and they're looking for state leaders who are going to fill those gaps and address that harm. Okay, and that's according to one of the state representatives, Jennifer McClellan, who's a Democrat that stretches from Richmond to the state's border with North Carolina. What's up, Myra is back. I appreciate that. She'll replace Governor Youngkin, who was a Republican, who rode a wave of anger at Biden to a surprise victory in 2021. So when you're talking about blue states, you MAGA morons, there was actually a Republican governor previously, okay? So Democrats took that back, okay? Virginia forbids its governors from seeking re-election in consecutive terms. All states should have rules like that, by the way. Mr. Youngkin helped clear the Republican field from Miss Earl Sears, but he did little to bolster her campaign. She struggled to raise money. Mr. Youngkin donated to her just a fraction of what he did to the ill-fated effort to win Republican majorities in the state's General Assembly. Yeah. They don't know that Trump is unpopular. Everything he touches turns black and dies. I know, it's crazy. For some reason, they think things are going well. I don't get it. I love starvation. They can't even fucking eat. I don't get it. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. Also on Tuesday, I wanted to highlight this. In Virginia, voters elected Ghazala Hashmi, a Democrat, to be Virginia's lieutenant governor. She will be the first Muslim woman elected to statewide office anywhere in the United States. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. After winning a hard-fought primary, she ran a low-profile general election campaign with a few public appearances and refusing to debate or appear with Republican rival, a talk show host called, is this another MAGA mushbrain? What's up, Daniel? We're going to go ahead and block you out of there. Thank you for coming in and appearing, showing yourself. You're gone. Heidi, thank you so much for the heart me. Appreciate you. Lined up at the White House for Thanksgiving dinner, right? Cindy Lou, thank you. Heidi, thank you. We still got that uni up top. We're going to keep it up for about 15 minutes. If anyone is feeling frisky, that will be the entire fucking gallery be lit up if we hit that. That would be awesome. On a Wednesday, doing that on a Tuesday or Wednesday is incredible. Heidi, thank you so much for the level up. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So that's what happened in Virginia. Now let's get to our guy, our mayor out there in New York City, Mamdani. Mamdans, folks. And then we'll get into each one of these candidates. I say Mamdani because I went with the two governors first, and then Mamdani's the mayor of New York City now, or the mayor-elect, okay? But he won, yeah. Giant Robot, thank you so much for the lucky star. He said turn the volume up. I'm going to fucking play that for you too, by the way. I'm gonna play a little bit of everyone's fucking speeches, if everybody's okay. We could be on here a while today. White House ballroom will be Governor Lee gave a public announcement, invited New York businesses. Funny how they're calling him a communist, but worship Quad D, right? What's up, Jesse? What an acceptance speech. So I'm gonna play some clips of all of their acceptance speeches. But I want to tell you what Mamdani turnout was like in the Mamdani victory, what it means to us, what his policy positions are, since he's so fucking controversial. What's up, KD? Good thing they don't have to be sworn in, right? Fuck. This government shutdown would last even fucking long. It's going to continue to go on and on and on and on and on. Y'all are doing amazing in here. Tap and clap. We got about 300 people in here. Get those shares up to 500. They're about 463 right now. If you want to contribute to the goal, that's amazing. I got a uni up there right now. It's the last thing we need in the gallery. Lighting the gallery up is important because it gets you featured on the For You page. It shows the algorithm engagement. It shows that you have an active, supportive live, and they will push you out. We want to grow this community with as many blue minds, as many anti-MAGA minds as we can. Okay? Also, if you'd rather contribute, VMOC app, right above the head. Anytime. It's in the link tree in the bio. I will fucking read any comments as long as they don't get me suspended or flagged. That would be awesome. Y'all are doing amazing. Debs, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Y'all are doing awesome, 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 awesome. Stop fucking inviting me. I'm doing my political show. Thank you so much. No battles right now. Helen Hooker, thank you so much. We saved the battles. We're not going to have a real battle again until Friday. Everybody that participated last night, y'all are fucking amazing. I appreciate that. Every one of those helping us get pushed out. The only way we'll do them is like practice ones with Coach to get some gloves for Friday. So we might do that tonight or tomorrow. No biggie. No biggie. We're going to do like Freaky Friday battles like we did last Friday. Try to push for the dailies like we did last Friday, which was awesome. Debs, thank you so much for the love you. So after we knock this uni down, I'm just going to set smaller fucking goals, and we save the major heat for the battles. Hold on. I got to put this neck pillow behind me. Pinche Cindy Lou, thank you so much for being in here. Afterlife, thank you. Y'all are doing amazing. So let's get to Mom Donnie. Let's get to Mom Donnie's victory, folks. Afterlife, thank you so much. Big voter turnout. Big voter turnout. Then we're going to get into some speeches. Bubsies, thank you for the... We love bubblegum. Boomer Kathy, thank you so much for the heart. We love bummer. We love bummer gum. We love bubblegum. It's bummer gum for MAGAs today. We call it bummer gum because they're losing bigly. Well, we wanted to. I told Michelle we were going to wax MAGA ass, and that's just what we did. We waxed ass, and then Michelle and I danced to Teddy Pendergrass. We waxed ass, and then we fucking danced to Teddy Pendergrass. It was fantastic. It was a great night. And then we called Sasha. We called Sasha, and we said, we told you we were going to wax MAGA ass. Blue Tsunami is coming. Debs, thank you so much for the cheer. I appreciate that. So, Mom Donnie motivated voters to head for the polls using a broad coalition of supporters to overcome Cuomo's success in getting Republican voters away. But it didn't fucking work. 34 years old. He was elected to be New York's 111th mayor on Tuesday, riding a historic surge of enthusiasm as the nation's largest city embraced generational and ideological change. That's why his race was so important. Because he fucking advocates and he brands himself as a democratic socialist and has democratic socialist fucking programs, which these MAGA morons, if they actually read into what his policies are, they would realize that his policies would actually help their fucking working class asses, right? But no, they like being taken advantage of by billionaires and multi-gazillionaires and multi-billion-dollar fucking corporations that don't want to do shit for them. They can't critically think. It's crazy. The Associated Press called that race just 35 minutes after the polls closed, cementing a stunning upset. Was it an upset? He was actually the favorite, by the way. It was considered an upset. Then and now, Mr. Mamdani handily defeated Governor Cuomo by almost 10 percentage points. Tuesday's results underscored how thoroughly Mamdani has built his own new coalition of support, uniting young voters. He won young voters, like 75 fucking percent of young voters he took, with working class immigrants enclaves in Queens. But he also made gains in working class Black and Latino communities compared with the primary. Here are some of the biggest takeaways from that night. Thank you so much, Stina. And then I'll play some of all their speeches. And then we'll get into other news that Republicans are legitimately fucking crashing the fuck out over this, which is awesome. In an era of low voter turnout, participation in Tuesday's mayoral election in New York City, Jesse. Thank you so much, Jesse. Jesse, we're making your sticker too. Win Jesse in the chat for that starlight gazing. I appreciate you so much, Jesse. Win Jesse, 25 fucking dubs for Jesse in the chat. She goes bananas in these fucking kingdom battles too. We're developing another Queen Janice, which is a problem. It's a problem for the opponents, not for us. Mama, thank you so much. Can you imagine when her and Queen Janice show up in the same motherfucking place at the same motherfucking time, and we got Marissa and John and Myra and Maggie and Danielle and fucking, I'm telling you, Calypso, she goes nuts in these fucking battles, Calypso. It's fucking wild. I don't know what gets into Jesse. But I like it. I like it. She's throwing vault gloves. What's up, Sigrid? Jesse, thank you for the ain't nothing but a pool party. Party. Thank you so much, Jesse. 50 does for Jesse on the pool party. She's coming right now. She said, where the fuck is my crown? Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate that. He quoted Cuomo's dad. Crazy. I'm going to play some of that too. More than 2 million New Yorkers cast their ballots. I want to point that out again. More than 2 million people cast ballots in this fucking election. That's almost double the number of people that voted 4 years ago, which was 1.1 million. More than 2 million. We're still counting votes, by the way. We almost doubled voter turnout in New York City for the mayor's race. Doubled. That's huge. In some areas of Brooklyn, Queens, and Manhattan, participation approached presidential election levels in a mayor's fucking race. What does that tell you? What the fuck does that tell you about Quad D's administration, the lack of Republican leadership? And I don't give a fuck if Cuomo runs as a moderate Democrat. That motherfucker is a Republican. Chris Cuomo is not a fucking Democrat. I called him Chris. He might as well be fucking Chris. His ass is fucking Republican too. Andrew Cuomo is not a fucking Democrat. Mamdani, again, a Democratic socialist who promised New Yorkers free child care. I'm going to get into each one of these each one of these points too. Neither are Democrats, no. Free child care, free buses, and rent freeze on rent stabilized apartments. I'm going to break those down more as we get into the show. He was the first candidate since John V. Lindsay in 1969 to win over 1 million votes in a mayoral election in the 5 boroughs. He had the most votes since 1969 in a mayor's race. Overall turnout that year was 2,458,000, still slightly topped by Tuesday's total. We had even more fucking votes this year than we did in 1969. Yeah. Or he had more votes, which is crazy. And Mamdani did that, okay? I know his own parties. Yeah, it's amazing. This is fucking great sign for turnover. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Got a little hiccup / burp there. Sorry about that. Mr. Cuomo pulled away in Orthodox Jewish precincts. I don't know why. Where he approached 80% of the vote and clearly won large numbers of more liberal Jewish voters in Manhattan and Riverdale and the Bronx than typically back the Democratic nominee. He's not liberal. Andrew Cuomo is not fucking liberal, so that's fucking weird. Mamdani, who will be the city's first Muslim and South Asian mayor, more than made up for those losses with 2 groups most Democrats have often overlooked. The young residents of gentrifying neighborhoods like Bushwick and Williamsburg, the taxi drivers, the bodega owners, and other working-class South Asian immigrants in Queens and the Bronx. He tapped into them, and he fucking utilized those votes and won in a blowout. Blowout. As he saw his chances fading, Cuomo, a lifelong Democrat, I question that, launched a furious and at times ugly campaign to pull away supporters from Curtis Sliwa, the Republican nominee, which he stayed in and actually gave more fucking votes to Mamdani, or his margin was wider because of that. Yeah. The effort appears to have been remarkably successful in terms of Mamdani. Cuomo won Republican sections of Staten Island and southern Brooklyn handily. He took votes away from Sliwa, how am I saying that name right? Was on track to just win 7% of Tuesday's vote. It was not enough for Cuomo to make up the difference. Mamdani still got in that ass like Fleece Johnson. He still got in that ass like fleece. Maggie, thank you so much for the mini star. Mamdani also made progress in working class Black and Latino neighborhoods. That tells you something too. During the primary, Mamdani struggled to win some working class Black and Latino areas. He overcame those challenges in a major way on Tuesday night. With almost 90% of the votes counted, Mr. Mamdani was winning the Bronx by 11 points, a striking turnaround from the primary when he lost the county to Cuomo by 18 points. Completely fucking flipped these fucking counties and neighborhoods. In working class neighborhoods like Kingsbridge and the Bronx, Cuomo beat Mr. Mamdani by almost 2 points in the primary. On Tuesday night, Mamdani was winning that neighborhood by 14 fucking points. Blowout. In Brownsville, Brooklyn, one of the most economically deprived neighborhoods in the city, Mamdani was winning by 18 points. During the primary, Cuomo won that neighborhood by 40 points. That's a 58-point fucking swing. Let that sink in. If you think this country likes what's happening right now under the Quad D administration, you better look at these motherfucking numbers. You better think again. DJ Paul, thank you so much for the budding heart and the popular. Y'all are doing amazing. Yeah, we want change. We want our Constitution. We want our liberties back. We want reasonable prices back. We want no more corruption. We want to be able to live without worried about the National Guard or military trying to be deployed on our asses, right? Right, everybody? That's what the fuck we want. Yeah, Mr. Mamdani said doors to places in some of those neighborhoods that he lost began to open to him. As the Democratic nominee for mayor, community groups wanted to meet with him, he suddenly found himself invited into the pulpits to speak almost every Sunday. The campaign also made a point of emphasizing how Mr. Mamdani's focus on affordability would help a family of four in Brownsville as much as it would a young person who had recently moved to the city. And Andrew Cuomo, this is according, I like this because this is kind of a breakdown. Andrew Cuomo has reached his expiration date. Couldn't have fucking said it better myself. He's 67 years old and people are sick of his shit. Oh no, when he's 67, he's older now. How the fuck old is Cuomo now? How old is Cuomo now? Is he in his 70s now? He's older than that now. So people want something new in New York. Cuomo may yet run for another office. I don't know why, but after decades of him and his father, Mario Cuomo, many voters said they were done. This is Alexis Pearson. She's 35, an interior designer from Brooklyn. She said, "We need someone who's trying to turn a new leaf for New York City." Cuomo, she added, been there, done that. I don't know. How the fuck old is Chris? How old? I keep calling him Chris. How old is Andrew Cuomo? Oh, he is 67. Okay, so he is 67. I thought he was older. Crazy thing is, Mamdani took some of the rich votes, too. In an election in many ways about New York City's spiraling living costs, the haves and have-nots, evidently the haves could not agree with whom to vote for. So there was a lot of millionaires that didn't vote for Cuomo either. They didn't. They couldn't. He still won a lot of Tribeca, the upper West Side too. Most of Tribeca, where the average home price is $3 million. But Mamdani took some of those votes too. But he also won in a lot of the marginalized, low-income communities, and Mamdani fucking blew the water out of Cuomo. Almost 10 fucking percentage points. Almost 2.5 million fucking votes total. That's crazy. This is awesome. So now, y'all want to hear some of these speeches? This is great. Who should we start with? They're all pretty good. When you lie, you look old, right? I really hope he does a great job and sets the example we need. Yeah, the thing is, I mean, governors too, you got to understand. Now, the lawmakers in New York got to get behind these governors' side, and in New York, we should be able to. It's a strong Democratic, it's a stronghold for Democrats. So we should, but again, he does need lawmakers to carry out some of these bold and progressive ideas. Some might be more challenges than others, like the free bus stuff, the free childcare. I don't think you're going to have as much trouble on those things. Some of the housing things I think you might have more trouble on, but we'll see. We'll see. People are energized. Oh, you know what? I'm going to break down some of this. There's a little segment on Conservative News Network last night this morning talking about the results of these elections and just some of the breakdowns from Julie Roginski. She's a Democratic strategist, and there's a Republican strategist on here too. This is a significant fucking loss for the Quad D administration. So I'm going to play some of that, and then I'll get into the fucking speeches, just so we have some perspective on what this actually means. By the way, keep tapping that screen, everybody. We still got the universe up. If anybody is the uni, we call it the uni. If anybody is feeling extra freaky and wants to help us knock that down, that would be awesome. It's the last thing in the fucking gallery, folks. I know it's a big one. It will be 37 straight weeks that we light this motherfucker up. So if you got that, cool. If not, we'll fucking move on to something else. But keep that in mind. It's the last motherfucking thing we got to do to light up the gallery. It's the last motherfucking thing. All right, what do y'all want to see next? All right, let's get people going. Let's get the people going. Let's get the crowd moving in here. What do we got in here? Tap and clap, everybody. Share and care. Maybe we do a couple. Y'all want to see some cool shit? Let's see one of these. Oh, let's do these. I like this. Let's do these 4 lightnings. Then we might do some soaring eagles. I fucking love these. All right, everybody. Smash and tap. I'm going to play this real quick. You can hear what this
And
means.
Virginia, because actually I think it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, the overinterpretation of this is that this is a permanent majority that Democrats will be able to keep. And what you saw, at least in New Jersey, I have to look at the numbers in Virginia, is there are cohorts of voters who came out very strongly for Mikey Sherrill, who are not necessarily Democratic voters anymore, specifically the Latino community, which Democrats, I think, for many, many years used to take for granted. You cannot take that community for granted anymore. They performed for her last night. They did not perform for Kamala Harris last time. And Democrats better make sure that they deliver for that community in a real and meaningful way to keep that community in the tent. That's just one example of a community.
An overinterpretation would be,
Overinterpretation.
Democrats have Latinos
We
back.
don't have Latinos.
Right, but that's the
Yeah,
concern. You could
right.
read this, and let me just show what people you mean. Passaic County, which has got the largest
Listen to these
population
numbers.
of Hispanics in the state. Passaic County, Mikey Sherrill won 57-42, so a 15-point spread in Passaic County. You're like,
Listen to that. Latinos came out to vote Democrat again in this governor's race in New Jersey. We're talking about New Jersey. Similar shit happened in Virginia, too. D-Town Thina, thank you so much. What's up, life coach?
largely Hispanic. This is New Jersey. You would think that this would always be the case. Donald Trump won this county by about 3 points.
So that's an 18 fucking point swing from the supposed numbers in November. Again, supposed numbers. What's up, Dre? Life coach, thank you so much. Yeah. 18 point swing in Democrats' favor since last November. Yeah. 4 lightnings up top. Everybody, if anybody wants to help us keep going, the way that we get this thing pushed out is by continuing to meeting those goals. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thina, thank you so much for the marvelous confetti. Appreciate you. Y'all are doing amazing. Thank you so much.
So, Mike Duhame, again, overinterpret these results.
I grew up in Passaic County, so I know that area very well. I think the overinterpretation is Democrats looking at this and saying, oh, we're going to sweep everything next year. We're going to get back.
This is a Republican strategist now. What's up, Penelope?
The U.S. Senate. We're going to win back all these governor's races. I think in reality, what you learned last night was where Donald Trump is strong, it's unique to him. He has some downside, certainly.
Thank you, Myra.
And we saw that last night. But
Drop
I think
that Myra sticker, everybody. We're breaking down some of the election results. We're going to get into some of the speeches next.
the overinterpretation would be, hey, we're going to sail forward, whether we have a socialist in New York or more centrist candidates in New Jersey and Virginia. I think you really have to look state by state and district by district.
Thank
So
you,
what's the
Jax. I appreciate
underinterpretation, though? Because maybe the White House is waking up and saying, this isn't our problem. We just had weak candidates in this state.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
underinterpretation is when you lose by double digits
Thank
in
you,
both
Sean.
these states, it certainly says something. When Republicans have won New Jersey in the past and Virginia, 2009 presaged a big year for Republicans in 2010, 1993 presaged 1994, Republicans taking back the House. I mean, you cannot sugarcoat this. This was a blowout. And it wasn't just New Jersey and Virginia. Local races in Connecticut, statewide races in Georgia, county races in Pennsylvania. This was an epic blowout. This was a blood.
This is a Republican strategist telling you what a fucking blowout it was last night. Thank you, Myra. Thank you, Moonchild, on that Snow Rabbit. I appreciate that. I'll let him say it again. This is a Republican telling you this was a blowout, folks.
93 presaged 1994,
Lower district
Republicans
went
taking
blue.
back the House.
Excellent.
I mean, you cannot sugarcoat this. This was a blowout. And it wasn't just New Jersey and Virginia. Local races in Connecticut, statewide races in Georgia, county races in Pennsylvania. This was
Thank you, DJ
an
Paul.
epic blowout. This was a bloodbath for the Republican
Pretty
Party.
much 100% across the board, or hundo P, as my 18-year-old boys would say. This was like a hundo P night for Democrats. So all the Cheryl people and
You
people...
hear that,
Magus, this wasn't a big deal. What are you talking about, you fucking frozen junior mint? Who cares?
This is a big deal, motherfucker. This is a big deal.
To the Cheryl campaign last night, I kept on asking them, what's the lesson for Democrats going forward? And what they said is, look at the combination that we ran on. We ran against Donald Trump and we held him up because he's deeply unpopular in this state, but we kept on tying him to the economy and affordability. And when you do...
The economy, free milk and eggs, and Dr. Fauci. Dr. Jab juice.
both, that puts Democrats in a better position.
You know, look, they're probably going to take exception to this, but
Thank
there's
you,
not
Dana.
much
All
difference
those
between the
fucking
campaign,
team.
not
Thank
the
you,
quality of
Dana.
the campaign, but the messaging that Zohran Mamdani ran here in New York, Mikey Sherrill ran in New Jersey, Abigail Spanberger ran in Virginia.
What's up,
All
I
of
don't
it was
give a
tied
fuck.
to the issue of affordability. All of that was pointing out that Donald Trump made a whole lot of promises that got him elected last year that he's not kept. And I think what you saw was anger from the voters and saying, listen, Mr. President, we gave you a chance. You said you were going to lower prices. You
Nope.
said you were going to make our lives better.
Nope.
And the reality is we're struggling more than ever. And
Yep.
so that's the kind of message that I think you see both from somebody like Zohran Mamdani and Abigail
Oh,
Spanberger.
Trina, I'm with you. She said the margins from last night makes me suspect. That's why I said supposedly what happened in November. Supposedly.
Jab juice.
Berger and Mikey Sherrill, who probably don't think they have much in common with each other. At least the two governors don't think they have much in common with the mayor of New York. But the reality
Thank
is
you, Trina.
very much laser focused, as Mike pointed out, on the economy, on an affordability message. If I were the Republicans today, I would take very, very, very strong heed of that. And I would say we need to deliver quickly, because if we don't deliver, we
you, I don't
control
give a
everything.
fuck.
And that's not going to bode well for us next year.
I think Democrats nominated a centrist in New Jersey who ran.
Thank you, I don't give a fuck. I appreciate you so much. Win, I don't give a fuck. 20 dubs in the chat. Y'all are doing awesome. We need 2 more lightnings that we might see some eagles soaring, some really cool shit if you haven't seen it.
On a bio that stuck her
Thank you, Mo.
squarely in the center of the electorate. She did not fall into the trap of going too far to the left on these progressive issues. And when you basically can stay in the center or center left as a Democrat in a blue state, you're going to win. If you get caricatured as a far left Democrat, you can lose even a blue state. But I think the Sherrill campaign did a very good job of
Thank you,
keeping her
Trina.
centered, not going too far to the left, and letting Donald Trump essentially motivate both sides. But in New Jersey, there's a lot more Democrats than Republicans.
10 seconds each.
Yeah, if you don't think that Trump was on these fucking ballots, he was. His record was on these ballots. Maybe his name wasn't. His record surely was. Trina, 25 does in the chat for Trina on that beautiful fucking lightning. I appreciate you. We got 1 more to go. Then we're going to see some beautiful eagles soaring. The fucking Democrats were soaring last night. It was a beautiful fucking thing. Let's keep it going. He was definitely on the ballot. Let's get into some of these fucking speeches now. I fucking love, and these speeches are being played
Everything.
everywhere. So I'm loving it. It's like McDonald's. I'm fucking loving it. What's up, Ray Khan? Thank you so much, Trina. 25 does for Trina in the chat. I love all the support. We will get to the Supreme Court after this. I told you. We will talk about that issue because today was the tariff case, and I told you we would get to it. I wasn't sure they'd come with a decision. They haven't yet, but they are signaling they are very skeptical of his arguments for tariffs. Trump is still your president. I don't know why that's funny. It's not funny for you. You don't even have a camera phone. How would that be funny for you? You don't have a bio or Wi-Fi or groceries. How's that funny?
Trump is your president. I know I can't fucking eat, but I fucking love it. I know I can't buy clothes or a car or a house, but Trump is your president.
Chris B, thank you so much. Thank you, Chris B. I appreciate that so much. Imagine celebrating Trump as the president when legitimately you just got fucking waxed in every race last night. Imagine being that MAGA mush brain. Dude, your party got smoked last night. You got smoked. What the fuck are you celebrating?
Yeah, we love that we lost. Yes, we love starvation. We love it.
What the fuck are you celebrating? Imagine being that brain unalived.
Yes! I fucking love it. Yes!
Just imagine. It's fucking shocking to me. Yeah. You got cooked, as the kids would say. And this motherfucker's in here celebrating. Yeah, that's not what was shown last night. People don't want him as the president. That's what the fucking results indicated last night.
Areas on the stage,
And now,
to electrify
cope some
crowd
more.
at Brooklyn headquarters.
Mom Donnie.
History made.
The
You ready?
future is in our hands.
Listen up.
My friends,
Thank
we
you,
have
Violet.
toppled a political dynasty.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Ray.
I wish Andrew Cuomo only the best in private life.
Love that.
But let tonight be the final time I utter his name. As we turn the page on a politics that abandons the
Thank you.
many
Thank you,
and
Ray.
answers only to the few.
Thank you, Ray.
New York, tonight you have delivered a mandate for change, a mandate for a new kind of politics, a mandate for a city we can afford, and a mandate for a government that delivers exactly that. On January 1st, I will be sworn in as the mayor of New York City.
So awesome.
And that is because of you. So before I say anything else, I must say this. Thank you. Thank you to the next generation of New Yorkers who refuse to accept that the promise of a better future was a relic of the past. You showed that when politics speaks to you without condescension, we can usher in a new era of leadership. We will fight for you because we are you. Or as we say on Steinway, ana minkum wa ilaykum.
Magas just got triggered with that. Magas, you okay? You coping? They just shivered.
What the fuck? What did he say? What the fuck? What the fuck? Speak American, motherfucker. Speak American.
I know y'all are
Thank
triggered.
you to those so often forgotten by the politics of our city.
He's not even speaking American. What the fuck is that? What is that? Fuck you, buddy, playing this nonsense. Speak American.
Who made this movement their own.
I know,
I
right,
speak
Myra?
of Yemeni bodega owners and Mexican abuelas. Senegalese taxi
is definitely
drivers
not
and
okay.
Uzbek nurses.
Thank you, Mary Belize. Thank you, McFly. Thank
Trinidadian
you,
line
Violet.
cooks and Ethiopian
Thank you for the level
aunties. Yes, aunties.
Aunties. What's up, Captain Rock? Congratulations on
To
level 18,
every New
Violet.
Yorker in Kensington and
Thank you,
Midwood
Ray.
and Hunts Point.
Oh, that's what they say, too, Cap.
Speak American, motherfucker. You brownie, you fucking darky. Speak American.
Know this. This city is your city, and this democracy is yours too. This campaign is about people
Thank
like
you, Bo
Wesley,
Darker. I appreciate
an
you.
1199 organizer I met outside of Elmhurst Hospital
Thank
on
you,
Thursday
Kirsten.
night.
You can't
A
send
New
me any
Yorker
hearts?
who
I don't
lives
know why.
elsewhere, who commutes 2 hours each way from Pennsylvania because rent is too expensive in this city. It's about people like the woman I met on the BX33 years ago, who said to me,
We got 2 soaring eagles up top. I'm just updating those goals. By the way, as usual, if anybody wants to contribute, Vimo C app, you know where to do it. Linktree. 2 eagles soaring. It's a cool one in this package. We're gonna keep fucking rotating. I appreciate y'all. Oh shit! I don't give a fuck. That shit is cool as fuck. When I don't give a fuck on the first eagle soaring, we are all soaring as anti-MAGAs today. Thank you so much for the first eagle soaring. Thank you so much. I don't give a fuck. Yes, this is Mom Donnie speaking. After his victory speech, after his blowout decisive win versus Andrew Cuomo and Chris Cuomo and whoever the fuck was on the ballot from the Cuomo, Mario Cuomo, over all of them last night. Yeah.
love New York, but
Thank you, I
now
don't
it's
give a
just
fuck.
where I live.
50 dubs in the chat for I don't give a fuck. We got one more of those beautiful soaring eagles. We're soaring together, soaring high from our victories today. I don't give a fuck. Congratulations on level 40 too. I don't give a fuck. That's impressive. Win, I don't give a fuck. 50 dubs for I don't give a fuck. One more of these beautiful fucking soaring eagles. Again, we're soaring. We're soaring so high. I told Michelle last night, I said, once we get Prop 50 to pass, we will have waxed all of MAGA's ass. And that's what I said. I even called Sasha. I said the same thing. I said, it's time to get litty. I said 6-7, it's time to get litty.
And it's about people like Richard, the taxi driver I went on a 15-day hunger strike with outside of City Hall,
Thank you, Afterlife, for the butterfly. I appreciate you so much.
who still has to drive his cab 7 days a week. My brother, we are in
Venus.
City Hall now. This victory is for all of them. And it's for all of you. The more than 100,000 volunteers who built this campaign into an unstoppable force. Because of you, we will make this city one that working people can love and live in again. With every door knocked, every petition signature earned, and every hard-earned conversation, You eroded the cynicism that has come to define our politics. Now, I know that I have asked for much from you over this last year. Time and again,
Thank you, Donna. Thank you,
you
Donna.
have
I
answered
appreciate
my
you, Donna.
calls. But I have
Thank you,
one
Donna, for the
final
support. I
request.
appreciate you. One more soaring
New
eagle,
York
folks.
City, breathe this moment in.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you, DJ Paul. I love that.
We
bow
have
tie. Thank
held
you so
our
much.
breath for longer than we know. We have held it in anticipation of defeat. Held it because the air has been knocked out of our lungs too many times to count. Held it because we cannot afford to exhale. Thanks to all of those who sacrificed so much, we are
Thank you,
breathing in the air of a city that has been reborn. To my campaign team, who believed when no one else
Thank you, Pam.
did,
Thank you, Lisa.
and who took an electoral project and
Thank you,
turned it
Grumpy.
into so much more,
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Grumpy.
I will never be able to express the depth of my gratitude. You can sleep now. To my parents, Mama and Baba, you have made me into the man I am today. I am so proud to be your son. And to my incredible wife, Rama, Hayati, there is no one I would rather have by my side in this moment and in every moment. To every New Yorker, whether you voted for me, for one of my opponents, or felt too disappointed by politics to vote at all, thank you for the opportunity to prove myself worthy of your trust. I will wake each morning with a singular purpose: to make this city better for you than it was the day before. There are many who thought this day would never come, who feared that we would be condemned only to a future of less.
Thank you, Ray, for the handheld.
With
heart. I
every
appreciate
election consigning us
Thank
simply
you, Cindy Lou.
to more of the same. And there are others who see politics today as too cruel for
You
the
see how different this speech is when than a Republican speech or a Quad D speech, well, whatever you call Quad D rant. He doesn't even give fucking speeches. All division, all criticism of anybody who fucking goes against him, opponents. You see how different this is? This Democratic Socialist, you see how he's speaking to all New Yorkers? Yeah, this is the type of energy that we need. Grumpy Monk, thank you so much. What's up, Cam? I am. One more soaring eagle up top. Then we'll go down to something else cool. Keep tapping, keep clapping, everybody. We got about 308 people in here. Keep smashing those heartbeats, cursing. If you cannot heart me, I would suggest, or tap the screen, I would suggest just sliding out and sliding right back in. It's usually something as little as that. Of course, Cheryl, I'm going to play a little of everyone's speech. I'm about 9 minutes. I'll probably play about 3 more minutes and then I'll go to the other speeches. Yeah, right, Michael? And a great speaker, too. You can tell he's not telepromptering this, okay?
to still burn. New York, we have answered
thank you
those
so much.
fears. Tonight, we have spoken in a clear voice. Hope is alive. Hope is a decision that tens of thousands of New Yorkers made day after day. Volunteer
Thank you,
shift
Anthony.
after volunteer shift, despite attack ad after attack ad. More than 1 million of us stood in our churches, in gymnasiums, in community centers, as we filled in the ledger of democracy.
Man, thank you so much.
And while we cast our ballots alone, we chose hope together. Hope over tyranny. Hope over big money and small ideas. Hope over despair. We won because New Yorkers allowed themselves to hope that the impossible could be made possible. And we won because we insisted that no longer would politics be something that is done to us. Now it is something that we do. standing before you.
Now, Gavin Newsom's awesome too, but yeah, he's been in politics a lot longer than Mom Donnie has. So this is pretty good for a 34-year-old that hasn't been elected to this kind of high office before.
I think of the words of Jawaharlal Nehru.
What's up, Summer?
A moment comes but rarely in history when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends and when the soul of a nation long suppressed finds utterance. Tonight we have stepped out from the old into the new.
What's up, Don?
So let us speak now with clarity and conviction that cannot be misunderstood about what this new age will deliver and for whom. This will be an age where New Yorkers expect from their leaders a bold vision of what we will achieve, rather than a list of excuses for what we are too timid to attempt. Central to that vision will be the most ambitious agenda to tackle the cost of living crisis that this city has seen since the days of Fiorello LaGuardia. An agenda that will freeze the rents for more than 2 million rent-stabilized tenants.
Here we go. Thank you, Don.
Make buses fast and free.
Is on the stage to an electrified crowd at Brooklyn headquarters. His
Age will deliver, and for whom? Took so long to come. This new age will be one of relentless improvement. We will hire thousands more teachers. We will cut waste from a bloated bureaucracy. We will work tirelessly to make lights shine again in the hallways of NYCHA developments where they have long flickered. Safety and justice
This is awesome.
will go hand in hand as we work with police officers to reduce crime and create a department of community safety that tackles the mental health crisis and homelessness crises head on. Excellence will become the expectation across government, not the exception. In this new age we make for ourselves, we will refuse to allow those who traffic in division and hate to pit us against one another.
Who's that sound like?
In this moment
Everybody
of
keep getting those taps in. Let's get over 200,000. We're playing some of Mom Donnie's speech last night, his victory speech. We're going to get into the other governors that won, too. He was the last person that I covered, so I went with his speech first. But I'll play some of the others, Cheryl and Spanberger's as well. But yeah, this is awesome. Keep tapping that screen. We got more and more Soaring Eagle up top. If anybody wants to help out, and then we'll keep rotating those goals. Remember, smash those likes. Let's meet these gift goals so that we can get pushed out the algorithm. Again, if anybody wants to make a contribution, I always forget to say it, but Linktree in the bio, Vimo, C app, you know how to do that. Yeah, Mom Donnie was awesome. All these speeches were pretty good last night, but his had a little something extra on it.
New York will be the light. Here, we believe in standing up for
Thank
those
you,
we
Jason, for the
love.
greeting hearts.
Whether you are an immigrant, a member of the trans community, one of the many black women that Donald Trump has fired from a federal job,
Melissa, thank you so much.
a
Thank you,
single
Lollipop. We
mom
love
still
you too.
waiting for the cost of groceries to go down, or anyone else with their back against the wall. Your struggle is ours too. And we will build a city hall that stands steadfast alongside Jewish New Yorkers and does not waver in the fight against the scourge of anti-Semitism. Where the more than 1 million Muslims know that they belong. Not just in the 5 boroughs of this city, but in the halls of power. No more will New York be a city
Melissa in the
where
chat.
you can traffic in Islamophobia
amazing, Mary.
and win an election.
Thank you for the follow. Tell it.
This new age will be defined by a competence and a compassion that have too long been placed at odds with one another. We will prove
Right,
that there is
simply.
no problem too large for government to solve and no concern too small for it to care about. For years, those in City Hall have only helped those who can help them. But on January 1st, we will usher in a city government that helps everyone.
Thank you, Simply. I appreciate you for the help, man. Thank you so much.
Now, I know that many
Get
have
those
heard
Harveys
our
in.
message only through the prism of misinformation. Tens of millions of dollars have been spent to redefine reality and to convince our neighbors that this new
Lady, thank
age
you.
is
Just
something
Michelle,
that should
thank you.
frighten them. As has so often occurred, the billionaire class has sought to convince those making $30 an hour that their enemies are those earning $20 an hour. They want the people to fight amongst ourselves so that we remain distracted from the work of remaking a long broken system. We refuse
Schmepstein
to let
files.
them dictate the rules of the game anymore. They can play by the same rules as the rest of us. Together,
Awesome
we will
lollipop.
usher in a generation of change. And if we embrace this brave new course, rather than fleeing from it, we can respond to oligarchy and authoritarianism with the strength it fears, not the appeasement it craves.
Well, Mitzi, the MAGAs are crying about socialism because they don't know what socialism is, because they're poorly educated. That's why the MAGAs are complaining about socialism. The programs that Mom Donnie wants to put in place would help fucking most of these working class fucking MAGAs. But they don't know what socialism is. That's the problem.
After all,
By the way, we currently have socialist policies in several fucking areas that help our country function, like in infrastructure, of course. So they just really don't have a fucking clue.
if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him.
Sandra, thank you so much. Thank you, Sandra.
And if
for
there
the
is any
roses.
way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power.
Thank you, Sandra.
This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one. So, Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
Damn. Quad D. He should have just said Quad D. That would have been even better. Damn. Pam
We
K,
will
thank you.
hold bad landlords
thank
to
you.
account.
Thank you, Mitzi, for
Because the
sunglasses.
Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants. We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks. We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed.
Nana,
New
thank you so
York
much for
will
holding.
remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants,
This is crazy. Nana, thank you so much.
and as
Candace,
of
thank you so much
tonight,
for the money, people.
led by an immigrant.
In New York, this resonates. Around this country, this resonates. What's up, Queen B? Thank you so much for the heart, man.
So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
Damn. Trish Dishes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Damn.
When
Slashy,
we
thank
enter
you so
City
much.
Hall in 58 days, expectations will be high. We will meet them.
Thank you, Trish. We miss you too.
A great New Yorker once said that while you campaign in poetry, you govern in prose. If that must be true, let the prose we write still rhyme, and let us build a shining city for all. And we must chart a new path, as bold as the one we have already traveled. After all, the conventional wisdom would tell you that I am far from the perfect candidate. I am young, despite my best efforts to grow older. I am Muslim. I am a democratic socialist.
MAGAs. This is where MAGAs have a meltdown.
And most damning of all,
democratic
I
socialist.
refuse to apologize for any of this.
Perfect.
And yet, if tonight teaches us anything, it is that convention has held us back.
What's up, Tish?
We have bowed at the altar of caution, and we have paid a mighty price. Too many working people cannot recognize themselves in our party. And too many among us have turned to the right for answers to why they've been left behind.
For the rose, I appreciate
We
that.
will leave mediocrity in our past.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for
No longer will we have to open a history book for proof that Democrats can dare to be great. Our greatness will be anything but abstract. It will be felt by every rent-stabilized tenant who wakes up on the first of every month, knowing the amount they're going to pay hasn't soared since the month before. It will be felt by each grandparent who can afford to stay in the home they have worked for, and whose grandchildren live nearby because the cost of childcare didn't send them to Long Island. It will be felt by the single mother who is safe on her commute and whose bus runs fast enough that she doesn't have to rush school drop-off to make it to work on time.
No, this is not a Trump speech, Brooke. This is a Mom Donnie speech. She said snake oil salesman. Yes, we're not going over a Quad D speech. If you don't know who Quad D is, Dirty Dingling Dementia Donnie. This is the man. This is the Democratic Socialist Muslim man, young man that won the mayor's race last night in New York. This is not a Quad D speech. No, you'd be hearing a lot of mumbling. You'd be hearing a lot of Asedra. Well, that's what you would hear. This is not a Quad D. This is not a Quad D speech. It's a joke. Yeah, Trump is a joke. Correct. Yes. That's why Democrats did so great last night, because Trump is a joke. Correct.
When New Yorkers open their newspapers in the morning.
Correct.
And read headlines of success, not scandal. Most of all, it will be felt by each New Yorker when the city they love finally loves them back.
We're finishing this up. I got to tell everybody one more roaring falcon up top right above my head. Let's knock that down. We'll fucking scale it down after that. We got to continue to hit these goals to be on the For You page. We're doing great. We got about 330 people in here right now. Let's get this thing up to 400, 500 people. Keep sharing the live out the bottom right if you can. One more soaring eagle. And then we will fucking move on to the next one. We're going to play a little of Cheryl's speech next. She was awesome. The problem is the other speeches, they're not as energetic as this last night, but I thought Cheryl's was the second best. And I'm going to talk about the Supreme Court, and I'll talk about some of the other current events that are going on today. But we've covered mostly, I want to go over Mom Donnie's actual fucking policies too. I think I'll do that today too. So some of you understand what he's proposing in New York, how it would benefit millions and millions of citizens. Hood is up because I can't put it behind my head because I have a pillow behind my neck. Okay. So I'm comfortable in here. I'm not cold. But just so I don't have to have this thing hanging behind my neck when I have a pillow behind my neck. Anyway, keep tapping, keep clapping. One more roaring falcon right above her. Roaring eagle. What the fuck is this thing called? Christine, thank you so much for the baseball cap. Soaring spirit. We have a lot of soaring spirits in here because of the blue wave that started last night. That is going to fucking come out in a blue tsunami in November of 2026. So this is just the beginning. This is not the end. This is the beginning. We got to ride this momentum. We got to still stay energized, stay motivated for midterms a year away. We got to keep this fucking energy up. Energy, we have to. Okay, we have to.
New York, we're going to freeze together. New York, we're going to make buses fast and together. New York, we're going to deliver universal
Healthcare.
Let the words
Childcare.
we've spoken
Healthcare.
together,
Free health, free
the
childcare.
dreams we've dreamt together, become the agenda we deliver together.
I know, right, Vanessa? I know, Dave, you're right.
New York, this power, it's yours. This city belongs to you.
What's up, Lisa?
Thank you.
Kristen, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Awesome speech. Awesome speech. Awesome. I'm going to do a little Mickey Cheryl right now. Susie, thank you so much. Lisa, thank you so much. One more soaring spirit. If that doesn't give you a soaring spirit, that damn speech, I don't know what the fuck will. That was amazing. He is 34 years old. Never held this kind of high office before. That was inspirational. That was amazing. Mary Beth, thank you so much for the heart me. Dawn, look at this soaring spirit, folks. Look at that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fucking bird soaring in the skies like the Democrats last night. Dawn, 25 dubs in the chat for Dawn. 50 dubs, I appreciate you. Angie, thank you so much for the follow. Mama Cat in the building. What up, Mama Cat? We're just celebrating some of our Democratic victories in here from last night. I just played Mom Donnie's speech. Incredible. I was only going to play like 10 minutes of it, but it was just too good. I had to fucking let it run. So I apologize if you thought that I played that too long. I thought it was worthy of playing the whole thing when I listened to it the first time, and I let it roll. I just said, fuck it, I'm going to let it roll. It's too good. Let this man cook. Let this man upset MAGAs as soon as he said Muslim, said Democratic Socialist, said fucking free childcare and free buses. I had to let that shit cook. Do you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do 2 beach parades up now, right now. It feels like great. It's a great day, right? It's a great fucking day. Sally, thank you. What's up, City Lou? We got 2 beach parades up top. Let's keep it going. Mama Cat, what's going on? Thanks for letting it play. Of course. Donna, thank you so much. He was cooking. Jax, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Great speech for the history books. I'm going to play a little of Mickey Cheryl's last night. It's not as inspirational, but it was good. I'll play some of it, not the whole thing. And I want to play her because Mickey Cheryl, because she went at Trump's ass. She went at them cheeks like Fleece Johnson. And that was a big part of her campaign. And she blew her opponent out when she wasn't supposed to blow her opponent out. I'm going to cover that today too, Don. Don't worry about it. I will get to that. Just like I said, the Supreme Court does not rule in Trump's favor all the time. Now, we don't have a final decision, but they are skeptical. Arlene, that is absolutely beautiful. Arlene, thank you for kicking us off. 30 dubs in the chat for Arlene on the beach parade. I love that. Thank you so much. Schumer, we all want Schumer to resign. I've been saying that for like a year.
Everything.
Mama Cat on the beach parade. Do y'all like that one? I like that one. Pammy, thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Don. Thank you, Mama Cat. Y'all were quick. So that was quicker. You hit that goal faster than my experience with Stormy Daniels. You were quicker than my minute experience with Stormy Daniels, and you seem to like the beach parade, so maybe we put a couple more beach parades up there. You like the beach. You feel like going to a beach right now because of the party that we're having in here right now, celebrating our election victories last night all over the country, not just in blue states, in Georgia and Mississippi and Pennsylvania. I fucking love it. Then we're going to get into MAGA's lying and saying that the elections were not fair. We're going to talk about that too. So I'll play some of this. This is Cheryl. She's awesome too.
I hear you too. This was a tough fight, and this is a tough state. But I know you, New Jersey, and I love you. I fought for you. I've spoken with thousands of you over this last year. I know your struggles. I know your hopes. I know your dreams.
Thank you, Mama Cat. Yeah,
So
drop that Mama
serving
Cat
you
sticker.
is
Drop
worth
that Mama
any
Cat
tough
sticker,
fight
Marissa.
I have to take on, and I am incredibly honored to be your next governor.
Mama Cat back in the building.
When I was was 18, I raised my hand and I swore to defend the Constitution.
Taking a
That
quick
moment
bathroom
defines
break.
me.
I'm letting it play.
It taught me
Give
that
me
leadership
1 minute.
means carrying the weight of other
I'll be
people's
right back.
hopes, standing firm when it's easier to bend, and always putting the common good above personal gain. And I know how hard it can be to serve in these times. And I just got a call from Jack Chittarelli, and I want to recognize him for stepping up. And all of you know, I love our history. And our state motto has always stuck with me. In 1777, New Jersey was one of the first states to choose a motto. Anybody? Liberty and prosperity.
All right, we're here. We're here. What's up, lady? I'm here.
I'm going to get some more civics education going. We'll
Sorry,
get that
folks.
known by all.
Tap and clap.
But it was a demand for freedom from
What's up,
oppression
Coffee?
and a commitment to creating better opportunity and a better future. That idea has defined us for almost 250 years. We fought for liberty at the crossroads of the American Revolution, turning the tide for our young nation at the battles of Trenton and Princeton. We offered prosperity as we built the nation during the Industrial Revolution. We've been the cradle of scientific
Thank you,
discovery,
Mary.
inventing everything from the light bulb to the laser. Liberty and prosperity. I've seen the genius in that motto over the last year because both are essential in our democracy. And as the president is backing away from this ideal, cutting SNAP, ripping away health care, terminating Gateway, we here in New Jersey are bound to fight for a different future for our children.
Thank you, Pleasant.
We see how clearly important liberty is. We know that no one in our great state is safe when our neighbors are targeted, ignoring the law and the Constitution. But prosperity is equally essential. Liberty alone is not enough if the government makes it impossible for you to feed your family, to get a good education, or to get a good job. So in this country, that shouldn't be too much to ask. But right now, all of it seems at risk. Governors have never mattered
President
more.
Trump has an expense.
And in this state, I am determined to build prosperity for all of our citizens.
See, this is good, but after Mom Donnie, like Mom Donnie came in hot with so much energy. Like Cheryl's message is great. Ray Khan, thank you so much for the level up ship. Win Ray in the chat. 25 does for Ray. I appreciate that. We got 2 beach parades left. So her message is good. I'm going to play a couple more minutes, but like the energy and passion that Mom Donnie had was just like unmatched. I mean, that shit was, you know, that was very good. That was, Mom Donnie was just like fucking, the energy was electric. But this is still good. Her message is good. Her attacks on Trump and his record currently are good. So I'm playing a couple more minutes.
From thousands of you about what liberty and
Then
prosperity.
next, I'm going to get into the Supreme Court. I'm going to get into Republican crying about the elections last night, which is an old tired-ass argument. And then I'm going to get into the Supreme Court. And then I might cover some of Mom Donnie's policies. So we still got a little ways to go. Keep tapping that screen, sharing the live out if you can. Let's get up to 1,000 shares. We're at 655, which is awesome. If anybody wants to share out the live, you know how to do it. There's a right share button at the bottom right. Also, just hold your finger in the center of the screen. You can share the live out. We got 2 beach parades up top. If anybody wants to help, I appreciate you.
To you, what it's going to take for your family to thrive. So I hear you, Newark. I'm going to work with communities from the ground up so all of our neighbors thrive.
What's up, Alexis?
I hear you, Shem. So I'm going to
Dawn,
declare
thank
a
you for
state
the
of
rose.
emergency
Appreciate
on
you.
day 1 to drive down your utility costs. I hear you, Westfield. So I'm going to make sure our
Thank you,
kids are
Coffee.
safe
Thank you,
online
Janet.
and schools have the resources
Johnny, thank
they
you.
need
Ray,
to
thank
address
you.
the mental health crisis. I hear you, Jersey City, so I'm going to hold government accountable, balancing
What's up, Jackie?
individual liberty with collective responsibility, ensuring people are safe, healthy, educated,
Johnny,
and
thank
free
you for all
to
those shares.
pursue their dreams. I hear you, New Jersey. Good government doesn't just manage problems, it solves them.
Thank you, Coffee.
So I'm going to continue to listen and work with you to move our state forward, because I
Thank
have
you,
learned
Ray.
so much as I've traveled
Awesome,
our state.
Jackie.
Our innovations, our businesses, our inventors and entrepreneurs have amazed me, but it's the people
Thank you,
that
Johnny,
have left
again.
the biggest mark, especially those who are fighting for prosperity for their entire community.
Get those
I was
shares
moved
up, folks.
during
Get
my
those
Black
shares
Rock
up.
and Trenton
Barbara, thank you.
meetings
Johnny
that
D,
spoke
thank you.
so passionately about the promise of our city and our neighbors.
2 beach parades up top. It's the goal right above my head. We also got, let's share the live. You do that, finger in the center screen, hold it down, share it out with 2 people. You're going to get a send box on your right. Just send that thing out a couple times if you can. It will be amazing. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the heart me, Vicky. Appreciate you. Blue Wave, we're listening to some of the victory speeches. Cheryl, we're going to do a couple more minutes of Cheryl here. And then I'm going to talk about the Supreme Court decision today and their skepticism over Trump's tariffs. And we'll continue on, okay? Thank you for sticking in here with me. Listen to some of these clips, being inspired, sharing the live and supporting the live. 2 more beach parades up top, and then we move on to the next one. Y'all are doing amazing. Keep it going. The more engagement, the more we will be shared on the algorithm. What's up, BDS? So I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody.
The challenges. I love the group of young men from Monroe
Debs,
who've
thank
been
you so
hard
much.
at work on this campaign. They want a seat at the table and they're ready to fight for their future. The little girls who come up
Thank
to
you,
me
Willow.
to say that they're going to be a governor or they're going to be a president. It reminds me of my own belief that anything was possible. Akeem's team, who worked their butts off. Knocked over 60,000 doors.
Thank you, Love Thyself.
Akeem told me these are not the kids who will succeed in Trump's vision of this country, but they will in mine.
Nice. I like that. Janet, thank you.
The men and women in labor.
Thank you, Kirsten. Thank you so much, Kirsten, for the koala. That's cute.
At a union jobs at a time when our economy is set up to make it harder and harder for working people. You know what? They don't just fight for their brothers and sisters in labor. They
Thank you,
fight
Mama
for all
Cat.
of us.
Crystal Crown. Win Mama Cat in the chat. Drop that Crystal Crown sticker for Mama Cat. She just dropped some Crystal Crowns. Thank you so much, Mama Cat. Appreciate that. 25 dubs in the chat for Mama Cat. Drop the Crystal Crown sticker. 2 beach parades up. Y'all are doing amazing in here. Win Kristen. Win Mama Cat. Y'all are doing incredible in here. Thank you. We're just the end part, and then we're going to go to Supreme Court, okay?
Working families everywhere, so everyone has a shot. So thank you. Thank you to each and every person here tonight and across the state who's worked hard over the last year. Thanks to the thousands of volunteers who made millions of calls, texts, and canvases. To everyone who's ready to stand and demand a better future for our kids and our families. To my running mate, Dr. Dale
Thank you, Sue
Caldwell.
Lopez. All right. I just want to play you some of Cheryl. Hers was really good, too. I mean, Mom Donnie's just fucking rocked the show last night, so following that up is kind of difficult. Sue Lopez, thank you so much for the jelly snakes and the snow rabbits, the snow bunnies, and we're not talking about those types of snow bunnies. She threw me some snow rabbits. And I love snow rabbits, and we loved the waxing of MAGA ass last night, and we love snow bunnies. Sue Lopez, thank you so much. Ray Khan, thank you so much for the club cheers. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. Sue Lopez, I don't know if that's why you threw me snow bunnies, but I appreciate it. Christina, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Y'all are doing amazing in here. 2 beach parades. All right, next, we covered a lot of the election shit. Amazing fucking initial blue wave. Awesome. Mama Cat. I love that beach parade. I love that one. Thank you so much, Mama Cat. W's again for Mama Cat in the chat. Make sure you drop that Crystal Crown sticker. Also, 1 more of those. 25 doves for Mama Cat in the chat. 1 more beach parade. Y'all are doing fantastic work in here. Always fantastic work. Amazing. So amazing night. We should be proud, but we've got to continue to ride this momentum. It's not over. It's not even close to over. Things are going to get much worse economically too, and we got to keep this energy and keep pinning the blame where it belongs, and that's on the Quad D administration. in charge and MAGA Republicans in Congress that don't pass bills and do not care about their fucking constituents. We've got to keep the pressure up. Moonchild, thank you so much for the butterfly. Y'all are doing amazing. So again, I did tell you that the Supreme Court would be having a court fucking hearing today, hearing arguments on Trump's fucking tariffs to determine if they are unconstitutional. I will show you how that turned out today too. Not as MAGA Republicans are going to hope. King, thank you so much. Even though they're negatively impacted by tariffs, they don't fucking really care, it doesn't seem. And yeah, by the way, release the files as well, right? So let me tell you what happened today. Let me tell you what happened today in the Supreme Court. This is good. This is fucking good. Dawn, thank you so much for the shiny air balloon. Thank you so much. Win Dawn in the chat. We appreciate Dawn so much. Christina, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Key justices cast a skeptical eye on Trump's tariffs. This is happening. This is fucking happening. The Supreme Court's questioning of the use of the 1977 emergency law to impose tariffs on scores of countries raised doubt about the centerpiece of Quad D's economic agenda. The case could actually be decided rather quickly. A majority of the Supreme Court justices on Wednesday asked skeptical questions about Trump's use of emergency powers to impose tariffs on imports from nearly every U.S. trading partner, casting doubt, significant doubt, on a centerpiece of the Quad D second administration. The outcome of the case, which could be decided within weeks or months, again, I told you they're not going to come up with a decision right now, has immense economic and political implications for U.S. businesses, consumers, and Quad D's trade policy agenda. Several members of the court's conservative bloc, including Justice Amy Coney Barrett, who a lot of MAGAs fucking consider a DEI hire now, which is ridiculous, Neil Gorsuch, both Quad D administration nominations, joined the liberal justices. Let me fucking repeat this again because everybody says, well,
Well, he's got the Supreme Court in his pocket.
free milk, free eggs. Thank you so much for that mullet, Sue Lopez. Every time I get that mullet, I got to go toothless and be a toothless MAGA because that's how they look. Thank you so much, Sue Lopez. As soon as that mullet is dropped, I always give the little toothless look. I'm always gumming my food.
My milk, my eggs.
It's very difficult to say that without teeth, but that's what the MAGAs look like with the mullet. Only if that was some type of MAGA hat, it kind of looked like one. That's the MAGA gift right there. Thank you so much, Sue Lopez. I appreciate you. Y'all are doing amazing. One more beach parade. Let's keep it going. Then we'll scale it down. Anything that you like in that gallery, feel free to drop it. Yeah, King Philip, that's what we're doing. So I'll repeat this. Several members of the court's conservative majority, including Justice Amy Coney Barrett, including Neil Gorsuch, both Quad D nominations again, joined the liberal justices in sharply questioning the Quad D administration. Janet, thank you so much for the boxing gloves. Assertion that it has power to unilaterally impose tariffs without congressional approval. Justice Amy Coney Barrett, who is seen as a key vote, questioned the scope of Quad D's reciprocal tariffs, which she described as across the board. Is it your contention, I'm reading her quotes right now and her questioning, is it your contention that every country needed to be tariffed because of the threats to defense and the industrial base? She asked the lawyer for the administration, Spain, France, I could see it with some countries, but explain to me why as many countries needed to be subject to the reciprocal tariff policy. It's bullshit. Several justices also noted that Quad D was the first president to claim that a 50-year-old emergency statute allowed the president to impose tariffs. Ray, thank you so much. Cookie Mon, thank you so much. Patty, thank you so much on the beach parade. I greatly appreciate that. Win Patty in the chat. Drop that Patty sticker. Arlene, thank you for the jelly snakes. Ray, thank you. Ray is going crazy. I appreciate you, Ray. What's up, Hooked on a Feeling? 260 people in here. Y'all are doing absolutely unbelievable. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put some roses up there. We're going to put 5 of these beautiful these are big red roses, not the regular roses. They're right above my head. They're actually big flowers. We're giving these Democratic victors flowers today. So 5 roses above my head. Y'all are doing absolutely fantastic. Dawn kicking us off. Thank you so much, Dawn, with that beautiful red rose. I don't give a fuck. Thank you so much with that beautiful red rose. Y'all are giving flowers. At issue is Quad D's use of the International Emergency Economic Powers Act of 1977. Arlene, thank you for the roses. I appreciate that. That allows the president to unilaterally set tariffs on imports for more than 100 countries. Well, it doesn't, but that's what they're trying to interpret. That's what he's trying to use it for. In an attempt to reduce the trade deficit, Ray, thank you so much, and ignite more manufacturing in the United States. Well, that's not even happening. First off, what's up, Pam K? John Sawyer, who's the lawyer, the U.S. Solicitor General, told the justices that Congress intentionally conferred broad powers on the president to address emergencies. But there's no emergency. That's the thing. The case, he said, is not about the power to tax, which the Constitution reserves for Congress. Well, a tariff is a tax, so it's kind of fucking related. But the ability to regulate foreign commerce, where he said the president has wider latitude. Thank you, Don, again on that rose. Thank you so much. I don't give a fuck. What's going on, Super Mountain Man? I appreciate you. Big blue wave. The blue tsunami is going to come in midterms. Carolyn, thank you so much for the rosa. I appreciate you. The fact that tariffs raise revenue, he said, is only incidental. They did not appear that did not appear to satisfy the three liberal justices, including Sotomayor, who said, "You want to say tariffs are not taxes, but that's exactly what they are. Exactly. They are generating money from American citizens. Taxes. Okay? In the lead up to Wednesday's argument, Quad D called the case literally life or death for our country. No, it's not. Taking food and health care away from tens of millions of citizens actually is life or death. And you don't seem to care about that shit. You don't seem to care about wars either. Without the emergency power, he said on social media, the country is virtually defenseless against other countries who have for years taken advantage of us. But the thing is, now they're not trading with us. Now they're fucking reducing trade with us. So, thank you, Blue is right. Hours after the argument concluded, Quad D bragged at an event in Florida about the revenue that tariffs have raised, saying that they helped bring the government hundreds of billions of dollars, which they haven't. Mama Cat, thank you so much for the rose. The roses, thank you so much, Mama Cat. Drop that Mama Cat sticker. She's going crazy in here. Thank you, Mama Cat. I appreciate you. V, thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. The tariffs were challenged in court by dozens of states in addition to small businesses, including a grape juice importer and an educational toy manufacturer. Obstinate, thank you for the heart me. They called Trump's actions unlawful, saying the tariffs have forced them to raise prices and scale back staffing. So he's even lying about the money that they've generated. Secondly, you might want to look at how far our fucking country is in debt right now, and Congress is going to use that money to start to attempt to pay down some of the debt. Yeah, some of the debt. Until now, the Supreme Court's conservative majority has been largely receptive to Quad D's claims of presidential authority, but it has ruled largely on emergency orders that are temporary. The tariffs case was considered a legal toss-up by experts. Is the first time in a second term that justices will address the underlying legal merits of major administration priority in more lasting ways. So this is an important case. So basically, the key question is surrounding that 1977 emergency statute. Okay, past presidents have relied on the law to impose sanctions or embargoes on other countries, but Quad D is the first to try to use it to impose tariffs. Justices Gorsuch and Barrett, both fucking Quad D picks, by the way, raised separation of power concerns. And this is what I keep trying to tell people. Everybody that thinks the Supreme Court is just going to give him all the victories that he wants. False. Because if they give him too much power, he's going to end the Supreme Court. So right now, you've got his own justices, at least two of them, questioning the use of presidential power in this manner. And I don't know how it's going to turn out, but this is a good first sign, okay? They suggested the administration's position could represent an unconstitutional delegation of legislative power to the executive branch that would be difficult for Congress to reclaim. Exactly. Justice Gorsuch warned, he is again a Trump nominee, of a one-way ratchet toward the gradual but continual accretion of power in the executive branch and away from the people's elected representatives in Congress. Exactly. So again, everybody that's worried about the Supreme Court, I'm not saying you don't have any reason to be worried. You do. There's still too many conservatives on this fucking court. Here's another example of already initial arguments. They are skeptical, not sounding like he's going to get a fucking victory on this. Pay attention. We've got to fucking acknowledge these things when they're happening. I don't trust conservative justices either, but pay attention to these fucking arguments and the words, the arguments that are being made from the justices, okay? Yeah. So that's good. Yeah. Awesome, 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 awesome. Superfan Callie, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, D-Town on the roses. I appreciate that. They have until June to give an answer. Yeah, I don't know when they're giving an answer. Could be weeks, could be months. I didn't say it was going to be immediate, OC, at all. They usually take their times on decisions. They take their time. LP Camp, thank you so much. So it could take weeks, could take months. D-Town, thank you so much for that, Rosa. I appreciate it. And the Rosas. Everybody, thank you so much on that decision. On that hitting that goal. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all are doing amazing. We got 310 people in here. That's impressive, folks. Keep knocking down these damn goals if we can. Everything. We want to keep knocking down these goals because it helps us get pushed out. Let's do a quick one. Let's do some handheld hearts and get everybody fucking involved. Or what's another cute one? All right, let's do this one. Rainbow mini star, because this makes MAGAs freak out. It's a mini star. Taste the rainbow. So we know that MAGAs are already melting down. So I wanted to say that. Celebrate the victories. That's a good... Now, it's not a final decision, but it's a fucking temporary victory. They did not say he can continue on, that these tariffs are legal, okay? That's good. Callie, thank you for the mini star. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Debs, thank you for the love you. Ray, thank you for the mini star. Y'all are going through this one pretty quick. So quick. Debs, thank you again. Sue Lopez, thank you for the ice cube. Appreciate you. 280 people in the live. Also want to take a break and give a shout out to my old teammate and roommate, Michael Wright. He was unalive 10 years ago today. 35 years old by his so-called money manager. I'm thinking of you, my brother. I know one day we'll see each other again. It's been 10 years. We haven't even had the fucking trial yet, which is coming in January on his birthday, which is fucked up. But want to give a shout out because he is on my mind today. It happened to get 10 years ago today, and we still don't have a trial. Trial is set for January of 2026. Crazy. Starts on the day of his birthday, which is fucked up. But I haven't forgotten you, brother, big brother. Love you. Miss you. I don't give a fuck. Thank you so much for the mini star. So I had to get that out today, too. Monita. Thank you for coming in, Monita. Mama Cat, thank you so much for the Tom's hug. 10 years, we don't even have a fucking trial yet. New Jersey. Yeah, that's why I always tell people to don't expect immediate fucking circumstances and decisions in case. And he was a second-round draft pick on the Knicks, too. So he was like a public figure, a public name. Hasn't had his trial for 10 fucking years. Yeah. Delays, moving dates, switching attorneys, all types of shit. Yeah. What's up, Kaylee? So you're on my mind. You're going to get justice some way or another eventually. The good news is that his unalivers and the co-conspirator is now out on bail. I don't even think they were given bail. So they've been fucking in jail the entire time for the 10 years without the fucking trial. But yeah, criminal justice system definitely needs improvement. Kaylee, thank you so much. Clusie, thank you so much for the mini star. We're about halfway on the mini stars, just 6 left. It's just a small one to keep us going and to keep us energized and to keep us on the For You page. We're doing fucking tremendously. So I appreciate you. This has been a solid day show, so thank you so much. We'll come back tonight and have some fun. Tim T, thank you for the heart me. Next, we might go with some Viking hammers. We really, we hammered, we waxed that MAGA ass. We waxed that MAGA ass last night. We waxed the MAGA ass. Chris Mama Cat, thank you for the mini star. Y'all are doing amazing. Only 5 more of them. Y'all are amazing, folks. Thank you so much, Mama Cat. Appreciate you. Share the live. Tap the screen. Tell your friends about the fucking African Kingdom. 750 shares is amazing. Obstinate, thank you so much. If we get to 1,000, that's even better. Arlene, thank you so much for the mini star. I appreciate you so much. Fun show. V, thank you for the mini star. So, things went so poorly. I'll get into Prop 50 next. Republicans are fucking crashing out. MAGAs are crashing out. Prominent conservatives, including Quad D himself, sounded familiar alarms about voter suppression. There was no voter suppression because there was the highest voter turnout. So that doesn't make any sense. Dawn, thank you so much. Can anybody explain to me the MAGA argument that there was voter suppression when we had the highest turnout ever in some of these fucking cases? In some of these elections? How was there voter suppression? We legitimately had the fucking highest voter turnout in a mayor's race in New York City ever. How the fuck does that make sense? That's not voter suppression. That's the opposite of voter suppression. That's voter turnout. We had higher voter turnout in both Virginia and New Jersey. When you have higher voter turnout, that doesn't mean voter suppression. That's the opposite of voter suppression. The fuck is he talking about? How does that even make any sense? That doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. This was the highest turnout in the fucking mayor race in New York ever. The most votes for a Democratic fucking candidate since the 1960s. That's not voter suppression. That's called higher voter turnout. Yeah. As voters went to the polls, prominent conservatives latched on to glitches and other problems at polling stations to claim again, without presenting evidence, no evidence, of course, that the results were being rigged. How do you claim that the results were being rigged before the fucking results even come out? The fuck are you talking about? You don't even have the data yet on the fucking votes to be making claims that it was rigged. The fucking election wasn't even over when you were making these fucking claims. Elections machines briefly went down in one county in New Jersey, Cumberland County, a state where the governor's race is seen as a bellwether of Quad D's second term. Thank you, Janet, so much. Everybody on those stars, thank you so much. We're going to go with a couple of Viking hammer. We laid the fucking blue wave hammer down on that MAGA ass last night, so I'm putting the Viking hammer up top. The problem with the election machines briefly going down was quickly resolved and voting resumed. That's according to an election commission official reached by telephone. A series of explosive threats, of course, in the state. I don't give a fuck. Thank you so much for that Viking hammer. 25 dubs in the chat for I don't give a fuck. Who wants to go join him? He just dropped the hammer on that MAGA ass too. Thank you so much. I don't give a fuck. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. When I don't give two fucks in here. I appreciate you. Janet, thank you so much for the Go Populars. Steven, thank you so much for the Dolce Vita. Y'all are doing amazing in here. I appreciate you. What? Who just dropped that sec? Tim T, thank you for dropping that Viking hammer right on a MAGA ass. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Win Tim T in the chat. He's dropping fucking Viking hammers on MAGA ass too. We're all up in that ass today. You can call us a bunch of Fleece Johnsons up in here today. Blue Wave. Democrats, we channeled the fucking Fleece Johnson last night, didn't we? Arlene, thank you so much for the finger heart. Tim T, we Fleece Johnson the shit out of that MAGA ass last night, didn't we? Win Tim T in the chat. Well, we said that we were going to wax that MAGA ass. I was telling Michelle last night. We were listening to a little Teddy Pendergrass and slow dancing. And I said, we're going to get in this MAGA ass like Fleece Johnson. And we sure as fuck did. The late, great Fleece. Shout out Fleece Johnson. Appreciate you. Love you, Fleece. Linda, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We got one more Viking hammer in the chat. Becca, we got in that ass just like Fleece. The late, great Fleece Johnson. They called him the booty warrior. Last night, the Democratic Party, we channeled our inner booty warriors. We got in that ass. We got in that ass. Didn't we? In Pennsylvania, independent voters were left off voter rolls for state judicial and municipal races in Chester County, a swing district with a recent history of election disinformation, of course. Right, V? The county announced that it replaced the voter rolls and voting hours were extended as local officials vowed that all ballots submitted by those who chose to cast them in person would be counted. So we had a couple minor issues in a couple fucking counties. They were immediately resolved. And because Republicans were having that ass waxed, they started fucking crying. The betas that they are, they started crying.
Well, you're cheating. You're rigging it. Would you have evidence? No, I just know it. I just fucking know it. Sidney Powell told me. Rudy Giuliani told me at the Four Seasons. I do, you fucking high yeller. You're bald. Fuck you, buddy. In your fucking teeth. All this commentary. Fuck you, buddy.
The problems were enough for Jack Posobiec. I don't know who the fuck this is. I don't keep up with fucking conservative podcasters. Who the fuck knows who any of these people are? Who the fuck cares? He made a claim of intentional interference across multiple states. We are seeing a coordinated attack to suppress election voting, he wrote on X. Of course, he didn't have any evidence to back his claims, and he did not respond to requests for comment. And his comment also doesn't make sense because we had higher voter turnout in every one of these fucking governor races and mayor races from previous election. In some cases, we had the highest voter turnout ever. So that doesn't really make sense that votes were being suppressed with the highest voter turnout ever. That doesn't make sense. The reflex to declare interference shows how much the conduct of elections continues to animate Republicans, at least in races where the party's candidates could be headed to defeat. Yeah, if they lose, they cry. That's pretty much it. They got Fleece Johnson and they started crying. That's what happened. Before the polls even opened on Tuesday, Quad D called a vote in California to redraw the congressional districts ahead of next year's midterms, as Texas and other Republican-controlled states have done, as a giant scam. Legitimately the same thing that he's asking Texas to do, and Missouri to do, and Indiana to do. Legitimately, the only difference is California actually went the legal route and put it on a fucking voting ballot. Yeah. So he's calling it a giant scam while participating in it without the votes of the fucking people in the red states. The entire process, in particular the voting itself, is rigged, Quad D said, declaring it without citing any information or support to any information or evidence to support the claim. Yeah. Crazy, right? He suggested that Republicans were somehow shut out of mail-in voting. I have no idea where he got this idea. Yeah. Warning that a serious legal and criminal review was on the way. Perfect. Bring it. Waste more of our tax dollars on nonsense. I wish you wouldn't bring it, but bring it so you're embarrassed again. Just like you were after the 2020 election. Yeah, go ahead, bring it. You had 60 fucking court cases, couldn't fucking provide evidence of anything nefarious or cheating going on in that election. This will be even worse because you got nothing. Zero. Zilch. Quad D has long railed against mail-in voting, might I add, while using it. Was not clear what he meant by a review. Yeah. There is little evidence that significant voter fraud is or has been a problem in California. The Heritage Foundation, think Project 2025, lists only a single case, one case, of potential voter fraud in 2024 election. And only 69 cases in the hundreds of millions of votes since 1982. 69 since 1982. 43 fucking years. 69 cases of proven election fraud. 69. Hundreds of millions of cast votes. Probably more than that. Let's say billions of cast votes. That doesn't make any sense. Sludge, what's up, Simple Life? Y'all are doing awesome. One more Viking Hammer up top. Y'all are doing absolutely amazing in here. I appreciate that. We're meeting all of our fucking goals. We're getting pushed out. We're having a great fucking live. All we got left too in the fucking in the gallery is a uni. Keep that in mind. We should probably be able to hit that tonight, tomorrow, Friday. We're gonna have a big, beautiful, freaky Friday fucking battle Friday night. I'm making an event. Go register. Check it out. We're gonna try to put up 1,000,000 points every fucking Friday and throw them fucking things. He announced it on TV. I saw it. Yeah, I don't like I said, he's full of it. No evidence whatsoever. What's up, Sludge? Yeah. Crazy. Asked at the White House for evidence, Triple K Levitt cited fraudulent ballots that are being mailed in the names of other people in the names of illegal aliens who shouldn't be voting in American elections. Well, if you know who these people are and you know where they're going, stop the fucking ballots from being mailed. But it's not happening, by the way. A White House official, when asked by email for examples, of course, got no examples. She repeated many of the claims about potential, though not real, fraud and cited the Department of Justice lawsuit against the state, saying it reported finding more than 2 million duplicate registrations, while 7 counties did not report duplicates. The lawsuit does not claim that any of the duplicates resulted in duplicate votes, though. Yeah. Miss Triple K Levitt said preparations for an executive order. Again, you can't do shit with an executive order for elections. On elections were underway, but did not detail what review Quad D referred to. They think like executive orders like carry weight or something. He just had one of his executive orders surrounding elections rejected on the premise that the president doesn't have any power to regulate elections. It was the one in which he tried to add a citizenship fucking question on election ballots, and that was tossed out by a federal appeals district court judge. Not a federal appeals, a federal district judge the other fucking day, like 3 days ago. He still can't do anything with elections with executive order. He'll lose this one too, immediately. It's legitimately not a fucking power the president has. Stop crying and wasting everybody's time. Your executive orders mean dick. Just like your one when you signed one on TikTok being sold to 10 billionaires in the United States, and that meant dick too. They don't mean shit. They're not laws. They're not signed agreements. They're like hopes and wishes. No one gives a shit. You're not winning these. They're not going to be executed or carried out or followed. Nobody cares. Yeah. What's up, Lisa Michelle? Yeah. Yeah, crazy. I don't, hundreds in 11 months. Yeah. Crazy. The Justice Department sent election observers to 5 counties in California, but by midday, there were no immediate reports of problems with voting. Yeah. Polls have suggested that the districting measure called Prop 50 is likely to pass. No, it passed. It was up 65% to 35% as of this morning. What's up, Tej? Oh, I know this platform is suppressing left-leaning videos. I know. I'm experiencing it. Yeah. Exactly, Peter. Peter, there's informal agreements. There's some formal agreements signed with like our smallest trading partners. I'm meaning countries like Vietnam that have like 1% of our trade deals. All our big ones, Canada, fucking China, fucking Mexico, no real formal fucking trade agreements that are signed by anybody. Thank you so much for the heartbeat, Jaded. I appreciate you. Johnny D, thank you. We got one more Viking Hammer up top, folks. Let's please knock that down if we can. That will help us get pushed out. You're hitting all the goals. We're almost up to 300,000 fucking likes, which is absolutely unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Keep it going, folks. We're almost at 300,000. One more Viking Hammer. We'll drop it down to like some handheld hearts or some shit. We'll come back tonight. We'll celebrate. We'll do some fucking two-step and we'll do some electric sliding. This is only the fucking beginning, folks. This is only the fucking beginning. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. Terry, thank you so much for the heart. I appreciate that. New York's mayor race, we know how that fucking came out, is also spurred unfounded complaints of rigging amplified by the South African Nick Cannon, who owns X. He criticized the layout of the ballots. That's what we're going with. That's how weak. And for the South African Nick Cannon to be talking about rigged elections, I mean, talk about fucking hypocrisy. Are you fucking serious? Mississippi race really blew my mind. Oh, yeah, Georgia, too. You see that commission? Yeah. Crazy, right? Yeah, he complained that Mamdani, the Democratic nominee, was listed on the ballot twice while Governor Andrew Cuomo, former governor, whom he'd endorsed, was listed only once. His post prompted a flurry of reactions that the design was a deliberate attempt to boost his campaign, as well as rebukes of the South African Nick Cannon's claim. In fact, Mamdani appears as a candidate for two parties, the Democrats and the Working Families Party. His Republican rival, Silwa, also appears twice. And you notice how Elon Musk, the South African Nick Cannon, didn't say anything about that, of course. I'm proud of Georgia too, Janet. Thank you so much. So it has him as the candidate for the Republicans and the Protect Animals Independent bloc. So I guess Cuomo should have been aligned with two different parties then. His fucking fault. Not Sliwa and not fucking Mamdani's problem. I mean, if that was the case, I guess you should have fucking belonged to two different parties himself. Gave you so much hope. Me too, Mia. I thought it was going to go down that way, but turnout being so high was really impressive. Yeah. Yeah. Nora how you say this name? Benavides, who is a senior counsel at Free Press and Advocacy organization that fights disinformation online, said the reactions like South African Nick Cannon continue to fuel voter skepticism about the democratic process at a time when social media platforms led by fucking the South African Nick Cannon have abandoned policies that restricted content trying to undermine elections. Of course. Of course. It's worth noting that many on Twitter are actually trying to explain the rules to the South African Nick Cannon, referring to X by a name it went by before Mr. Musk changed it. Tej, thank you so much for the Viking Hammer. I appreciate you so much. We dropped a hammer on that MAGA ass last night. I was dancing with Michelle by the end of the night. We were dancing to Teddy P. We listened to a little Marvin Gaye. We also played a little Luther. We had a great time. We had a really great time. Thank you so much, Tej. We laid that Viking hammer on that MAGA ass. We waxed that ass. We waxed that ass. Yes, we did wax that ass. Lisa, thank you for coming in. Tej, 50 dubs and cheese for Tej for the Viking hammer. Y'all are doing awesome in here. I appreciate you hitting every fucking gold. Every gold is amazing. I appreciate y'all. We are fucking